hop into it. Hello. Welcome on in, everyone. We are here for Dark Test Episode 2.
Hello.
Hello.
I think we're just going to jump straight in. In the past 3 weeks, the four of you have been pushed through the same group tests over and over and over. Each time they grew in scope and complexity, though your individual tests repeated only a single time, and save for U019's, they were nearly identical, though they too expanded in their complexity and difficulty. And of course, in their brutality and agony. U019, however, found her fading consciousness accented by the screams of another from an adjacent room, and then, upon awakening, was greeted by faint burning and a persistent itch from her vestigial sockets. Upon tearing away the cloth held tightly to her chest, she found strange, bloated yellow eyes staring back at her, eyes she very much knew were not her own. Over the coming days, she grew ill. And was even left out of the first half of testing one day, returning to the second exhausted and bloodied, but still able to aid in its completion. In that time, you've all grown in power and familiarity. Today, you are ushered through a door together, as you have been so many times before. But instead, you find yourselves standing at the start of a maze in a massive, dark cavern. On either side of the door that you just stepped through sits your equipment on a table, along with 2 additional crossbows, a maul, a great axe, a battle axe, and a number of daggers and hand axes. The voice of the warden speaks again. We have taken the liberty of expanding your arsenal, but be sure not to overburden yourself. Get you guys to this map, which should be dark for everyone.
It's dark.
Mm-hmm. How about now?
I can see.
I don't see a map. I see the tunnel.
You guys should sort of be in this like wide open and sort of doorway looking thing.
Oh, it's loading now.
And then this way is like pathways, and this is like an overgrown sort of hedge maze looking thing.
I think I'm gonna restart my Roll20. It's still trying to load into the map.
Fair enough. The warden continues. Ahead, you must progress through the maze to the portal within it. Use any means at your disposal. However, deliberate damage to the maze itself will result in severe punishment. So there you have it. You guys gonna get equipped?
Yeah. Put capping.
Just grab our stuff, my stuff. Grabbing my stuff.
So Sapper.
Yeah, I just got it working.
And you can see now?
Yeah.
And you're over here with the rest of us?
On the right side of the... Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so imagine... they're not actually on the map. I genuinely forgot to put them in there. But imagine there's tables right next to you guys. Filled with the equipment, which... If you're taking anything beyond what you already have written down, you can go ahead and note down that you're taking that. But also be sure to mention it before you guys venture deeper into this little maze. But as you guys are sort of like strapping yourselves down with the equipment, new and old, including all of your armor and stuff. B103, you sort of keep glancing over at S077, and just remembering this recurring nightmare that you've been having that started about the time of the first test with S077. And this nightmare involves you reaching your hand out toward a screaming dwarven child trying to escape magma flowing over the stonework alleyways of a destroyed dwarven city. But once again, you sort of snap back to the moment and continue equipping yourself.
PTSD is sitting in.
But yeah, so to reiterate, that was trying to find where it was. A number of daggers, hand axes, 2 additional crossbows, along with 10 bolts each, a maul and a great axe and a battle axe. But if you guys do not want to grab any of that, you can start pushing forward and figure out what the heck this place is.
I will take a maul in addition to my other stuff.
Sort of grab the maul and just sort of like look at it as you lift it up. Yeah, it's sort of a dimly lit cavern, definitely. But yeah, anybody else want to grab anything extra?
I'm
just
okie
have what I
dokies.
got last time.
Did you say there was daggers?
Yeah, there's a couple daggers and a couple hand axes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the daggers.
And just grab a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. All right. You've got, it looks like you've got 2 paths you can take, I believe. What you guys can see. So if you guys were to step out into the room, let's imagine, for the moment from your perspective, this is right and this is left. Some of you can tell that this up or right from your current positions is a dead end. You can just sort of see the wall right there.
Yeah,
Dead
it's
end.
kind of...
Which kind of leaves only one path to take. So what I want to do here is, as you guys start stepping out into the place, I want to have everybody give me an initiative roll, which we are going to keep for this entire room.
Oh, no. We were just joking at the start.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Pause. It's full of initiatives already. Hey, who are these imposters? Get out of here.
What's that about?
I wonder if that was rolling initiative before. I don't know.
Well, all right.
We can just change it to the 13. That's just fair. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
And we'll bump mine down by 10 to the 5.
Pretty much.
Aw.
Up by 10, down by 10.
Oh, I forgot to click on my.
So it looks like if your character is already represented by a token, it auto inputs you now. So that's fun.
Oh.
It only took like 4 years. Yeah. I mean, for the moment, this doesn't matter.
It's probably fine.
But yeah. So back to you guys heading into this maze.
It's amazing. I'll be the first one to step out.
Yeah. Looks like a dark maze. Straight up, it looks like a hedge maze that's been for the what, 2 of you I think that would have some context for this. It looks like a hedge maze that's been constructed inside an existing very dark cavern.
So it's like a hedge mage, but it's stone.
No, it is a hedge maze, but it is inside a cavern.
Hmm.
Is what?
Can we lift someone up to look above?
It's probably about 8 foot high. So it's not. That's not to say you can't. Just that you can't.
Well, I said lift. So, which one of you guys wants to take a peek over the top on my shoulders?
You said it's dark, right? Full of shadows.
It's very dark. Yeah, it's very dimly lit. Yeah,
Okay, so are you talking a hedge mage as it's a plant?
as in it is a plant. It is a hedge maze. That's probably why the warden specifically said you cannot damage it.
Can I climb it
You can try.
with my little spider ability?
You want to cling to the darkness. Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see how far up I can get.
Yeah. So, as you sort of like climb up this hedge maze, it's a bit more wobbly than you're used to, having mostly climbed on stone walls before. But the
True.
rest of you do see S077 like stick to the darkness itself and pull himself up to the top of the hedge maze. As you sort of like pull yourself up to look over, a shockwave emits from the wall itself, just like a of energy. Go ahead and give me a strength save.
Um.
Get to
Okay.
Oh,
This will be great. Yeah. 0. Okay.
Oh yeah. And you come thudding down as it just knocks you off the wall and pushes you back like 5 feet. So you'd go from here to like here.
Mm.
The briefest glimpse you got, give me a perception check. Let's see what you noticed in your very brief glimpse before the shockwave knocked you down. There's a lot of dim lights all over the place. That's about it. Well, a handful rather than a lot. And at distance, a much brighter light, which you'd assume is probably your destination, but you don't really know where any of them are in relation to you.
It's big.
I think you would have probably definitely noticed that there's some sort of wooden structure that is standing higher than the actual maze itself, sort of to the south. But other than that, like you didn't really notice anything else. Which that's just kind of a standout thing. So you got that even with the 8.
Okay.
well,
Right.
it looks like right/north, kind of a dead end. But it looks like there's a light from the south/left.
Mhm.
So maybe we
Uh-huh.
go that way.
Okay. Bloop,
Yeah.
bloop.
Maybe
Bloop.
maybe we're not.
Maybe
Starts water coming down.
if you guys want to put yourselves in a whatever order you think you'd be traveling, I'll pull you guys down to the next thing that'll occur, which will be a
Oh.
perception check. But wait until we move down there.
I imagine C103 would be in the front as soon as there's a dead end to the right, we can't jump over it, and then so we're going left. Do 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 do.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
S077, you picked yourself up. What are you doing now? You
I
tagging
have,
behind?
I have no idea. I have a pure black screen. I see turn on. Oh, hi.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. I just follow everybody. I don't stay with the group. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
CB002, where would you be?
Probably about here.
A step behind. Sure, fair enough. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna move you guys on down. Give me a perception check as you travel. That is everybody.
We.
I perceive nothing.
Everybody.
Oof, we're all single digits.
Oh no.
All the single digits. All the
Hey.
single digits.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
there we go.
18 definitely sees through the darkness, like the peak of something's head over here, just sort of like up over the like above the hedge maze. And the 18 also hears what sounds like footsteps, very like slowly meandering in your direction.
Company coming. Okay.
Yeah, so I think some of you guys should be able to see what looks like an armored figure, just
Yeah.
stalking the maze with a sword and a shield.
I
Which,
saw a toe.
You saw Toe?
Uh-huh.
uh,
I see a whole suit of armor.
As soon as I see this, I'm going to try to sneak.
does seem to see you. Beside it, I think only U019 sees this. Beside it seems to be like the source of the light, just like a cluster of glowing crystals. And if you can't see that yet, you will momentarily. So this guy needs to be tossed in the turn order. As the moment he saw you,
I'll take it.
when he saws you, combat does technically initiate. Yeah, and U019 is first, but I think you did see C103 like crouching down. Which, if you want to give me a stealth check, C103, this is sort of a simultaneous action here. As it looks
Alrighty.
over and you crouch. Alrighty, that is a 9 indeed.
Nah, it's a 9.
Yep. So U019, you see C103 crouch down. What do you want to do?
I'm sure this thing has seen me, right? Has it made
It
a
is
move
looking right
towards
at
me?
you. It turned to look at you. Yeah.
Oh. I feel like it's a guard, so I see they're trying to be stealthy. I don't know if I can kind of step in front
Mm-hmm.
to like pseudo distract, be like, look at me, so that they can get a good hit on him. I'll throw
Yeah.
a little necrobolt at him.
It sort of like raises its sword and points at you, but doesn't like make any action yet. Oh yeah, do your thing.
We don't mess around. Let me read something real quick. Can I bonus action first? Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do action, then I'll bonus action.
Okay.
If I'm reading this correctly. If I can, yeah. Boop. 25.
You definitely hit.
Yay.
Excellent.
17 necrotic damage.
Yeah, your bolt slams into it, and it definitely did damage, but it also seems less effective than it should have been.
Yeah, that checks out. A bonus action. Do one of these. It's gonna go.
Oh,
Got
nice.
a dice just for this. Wow, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 for funsies before, and now I was like, the next time I roll this, I'm gonna roll a 1. Here we go.
Yep, that is precisely what happened.
It's temp hit points and +1 to AC. So take it.
Oh, heck yeah. All right, C103. You are sort of hiding behind U019 now.
I'm going to attempt to move up behind this thing who I barely saw as a little tootsie, and probably get noticed the second I come around the corner. But it'll look funny. I'm gonna creep on through 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, its head like turns to follow you while still pointing a sword at U019.
I'm gonna hold my action to if it comes towards me, I'm gonna just start swiping and slapping all willy nillys.
You're gonna make one attack if it gets within range. Yep.
Yep.
Make an attack, I should say. Oh, it will get in range. It is charging for the first one it saw, and it gets to here, and it's going to be in range.
All right.
Feel it.
Make your attack of opportunity, if you please. As it leads from near to here.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Let's go. 9 damage.
That's really good damage.
Heck yeah.
Definitely doesn't seem super effective. They seem very resilient. It's going to.
I think that's my turn.
Oh yeah, that was just the held action attack. It runs up and it's gonna slam its shield into you, U019. Wait, why is that rolling at advantage? Just take the first number.
Yeah, 19 will do it.
Please, ain't nobody ever told you to do that. Okay, which is going to be 3 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a DC 11 strength save.
I only have a negative modifier. It's fine.
Surely. Yeah, you fall prone. So now it's going to have advantage.
Right on my little buttsy.
As it swings its sword down on you. That didn't roll at advantage. Hold on. Hold on. No.
You didn't want it the first time. You don't get it anymore.
Does hit for 6 slashing. Cuts
Ow.
into you.
Good thing I'm healthy now.
Heck yeah. Well, I think that mostly just hits the temp HP.
Yeah, that's my temp HP is gone. However, it served me well.
All right, S077. It's your go. You just saw this thing knock U019 down and slash at her on the ground.
Okay. My first request is I got kicked out. Roll 20 again, and now I have a black screen when I come back in.
Does that help?
Thank you. I would like to blend in, try and blend. I'm gonna blend in kind of into the hedge maze so that I could possibly get behind this guy and hit from behind. Is this jump to
like it would be your action to stealth. I don't think you currently have a way to stealth otherwise.
Yeah, I was just gonna blend with the darkness and get behind him. I was hoping.
Well, if you just want to move and attack, you can. But if you're asking to stealth, that is an action.
I think goblins can hide as a bonus action.
Ooh, that's a fair call.
Yeah, hide, yeah.
That is a fair call. So if you wanted to do that, you could. You could bonus action, roll stealth, and try and sneak up behind him and do whatever.
Right. Okay. So let's. Do I get a plus for stealth?
A plus in what capacity?
Not plus. Sorry, add advantage. That's what I meant.
No, not advantage. I don't think, unless it's somewhere on your sheet. You just roll stealth.
All right. Rolling stealth, not sleight of hand.
It's pretty stealthy.
So I just want to get behind him. Kind of like here. Okay. And then stab at him with stabbies.
Yeah, roll it. You do have advantage because you're hidden.
Okay.
So that would be 14 plus the +2 we've been using for flanking. So 16 to hit is a hit.
Okay.
And you're slashing him with the scimitar?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that wasn't very much.
That's minimum damage. That is unfortunate.
Congratulate me.
Well, it all adds up in the end.
Yeah.
Every little bit counts, right?
But now he knows I'm here.
Yeah, so that was your advantage. All right, next up is CB002.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna start just by getting to here. And I'm going to test the waters, and I will start by attacking it with the greatsword. Here's my attack action.
Ah, most unfortunate.
It was foreseen. That's why I attacked with the sword instead of my horns. And you know what? And that will be my turn.
All right. Then we head over to top of the turn order. U019.
I'm on my butt, and I don't like it.
This thing's just like looming over you. It's all cut up and dented.
Good. I'm gonna
Still
stand
standing
up.
now.
Have
Okay.
my movement to stand up. I'm gonna stab it.
Heck yeah.
41.
Yeah, that'll hit.
21.
That will definitely hit.
16 damage, 10 piercing, 6 necrotic.
That drops him.
Delicious.
Yay!
Now that you guys are further up and you guys have this like dim light, you can't really see it on the map because of the way the dynamic lighting works, but you can see like waist up of another one of those things. You can just see it above the wall here. It doesn't seem to. It's not looking at you. Maybe it didn't notice you. Maybe it doesn't care. You don't know. Just sort of looking straight ahead, that away.
Maybe it's sound based, like a location. Maybe we can sneak by him.
Well, I'm not very sneaky, as we know from last time, but we can try again.
Which direction you guys want to sneak? What is now south or north? I guess it was always south and north, but you know, whatever.
I mean, do we really know if it's south or north?
No.
I mean, it's always of your current position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying because we're underground in a cavern.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have a
Fair
compass.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm fine if we keep going south.
Alrighty. We've
I'm
been.
so quiet right now.
Yeah,
I am
everybody who would like to
gliding.
stealth, roll a stealth. That's a 16 and a 22.
I'm gliding on the air.
You know what's awesome?
Gliding.
And then follow that up with a perception check. Uh-huh.
I don't even have I'm not even a heavy armor wearer, and this is my stealth.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You said follow up with perception.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
I hit double digits. Okay, that's good.
Missing someone's stealth. There it is.
Don't worry, it averages out.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. So I imagine you guys are sort of in the roughly same order as before. It's probably like something like that, or would it be that? Something like that. As you guys are sort of inching forward. Okay, let's see. Perceptions. 18, 20. Okay. So as you guys are inching forward, the 18 and 20 notice a flash of light from somewhere like north and behind you guys. So it's, now it's behind you guys. As you guys are just sort of progressing forward, there's just like a like a strobe almost of bright light. And this guy who's just like standing here, like sort of like shields its face, and then just goes back to standing there. Other than that, as you guys progress down, you do hear more footsteps. So you guys sort of get to here. And at this point, with how far you guys have gone, it's going back this way. So you see it here. I imagine you guys saw it and probably wouldn't have kept going.
Yeah.
And so you guys would look, oh, hold on.
Do the video game strat of hold on. Let him do his loop.
See.
Let him do his pathing.
Wait for it.
Does not notice you. Continues onward.
That's so nice. Goodbye.
Yep. All right. You guys want to keep going south?
Yeah. I assumed we were going in initiative order, so I was just waiting my turn.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, for some of this stuff, I'm just asking and calling out. So you guys continue south. You see, straight down the way, this guy gets to this crystal. So that, at this point, this year, I swear I will learn it eventually. Is that west? To your left, gets to this glowing crystal and turns. Starts heading back this way. But at this stage, he will see C-103.
Still sounds like a radio station. And I love it.
C-103, you're about to be hit with the Arcane Bolter.
Oh, hell yeah. I won the prize.
Do either of those hit? 18 and 23? It, like, raises its shield arm, and from, like, the bottom of its metallic arm, a little, looks like a hand crossbow, pops out and shoots little bolts of energy.
They both hit.
Okay, well, that's not too bad. 7 force damage in total, and it's gonna get chucked into the initiative order. Oops, why am I doing that? It's right here. So, after it pelts you, it's gonna move forward, and then it's U019's turn.
I ain't scared of nothing. That's a lie. I'm gonna run up. Ding. Oh, look, it's a dead end. I'm gonna hit it with a stick.
Unfortunate.
Or am I?
That's a miss.
Yeah, I think that's all I'll do for right now.
C-103. That thing just shot you with something.
I don't like that. It's time to die. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to just a swing.
Wow, that's also a miss.
You know,
That's unfortunate.
it's pretty funny. We rolled the exact same.
Yeah. And after you is S077. Unless you had a bonus action you wanted to perform.
I'm gonna hold off on anything for Meow.
All right. What you doing, S077?
Hmm. If I do my toxic dark, it will affect my teammates.
Currently, yes.
Okay. Hmm. Well, I think I'm just going to bounce off the walls and get over to him.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that. How this would put you is like you're physically clinging to the wall and swinging your scimitar down at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Spider-Man, but with a sword.
Yeah, but with a sword.
Roll it. That'll hit.
Well, it's a little better than last time.
Yeah, it sure do be. All right, CB002.
Well, I will.
Press your back against the wall and stab, swing, ram. What you doing?
I will. Given the tight quarters, I will use my horns.
Fair enough.
Does that 15 hit?
15 is a miss. He does have a shield and is like made of metal, so
No worries. That'll be my turn.
yeah. All right. Makes it its turn. It's gonna slam its shield into C103 and miss. Swing its longsword and hit.
Mm-hmm.
10 slashing. Oh wow, that's maximum damage.
Ow.
U019, you are next, and that guy just stabbed your friend,
I'm gonna stab him back.
or you know, at the least, you know,
Try.
what's the word? That's a
It'll
hit.
work.
Coworker, thank you. I was trying to remember the word coworker.
10 total damage. 4 piercing, 6 necrotic.
Okay. Still not as effective as you'd expect, but it's damage.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I think that's what I will do for now.
Fantastic. All right, next up is C103. That thing just hit you. You're bleeding.
No one makes me bleed my own blood. Jokes aside, though, I am going to use my bonus action to manifest my lineage.
Okay.
Whoa.
So expend my vestige die, and then I'm going to attack him with my action and hopefully hit.
Cool. That'll be a miss.
Oh,
Well, that was a waste of a turn. I'll see you on the next round.
Seems like it. Yeah. S077.
Hmm. Um. Oh. One sec. Attack or spell. Okay. Well, we're gonna swing at him again.
They'll cling into the wall.
Okay, and I'm going to add to it the Fury of the Small.
Oh, you have to hit.
I did.
16's a miss.
What?
Unfortunately.
How? What? But I hit
Is-
last time.
Did you hit with a 16 last time? No, you hit with a 16 previously when you were flanking and got the +2 bonus. You are not currently flanking.
Oh,
Unfortunate. So, that doesn't work. But you could leap off to the side and flank C103.
no, I have a different idea.
Well, I mean, okay.
I'm going to fall on top of him and attempt to grapple him.
Well, I mean, if that would still be an attack, right? So,
Just falling on him?
oh, that's right.
Or
It'd
the
still be your
grapple
action.
part.
Excuse me, I misspoke. Attempting to grapple him would be an action, but you
Okay.
used your action to attack and you missed.
Okay. Okay. I'll wait till next turn.
Okay, you still stand where you are?
Yep.
All right, CB002.
All right, I'm gonna hop over the goblin.
Oh yeah, I
Come
mean,
around.
duck under technically because he's on the wall.
True. While I am good at jumping, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Now that I've got a bit of room, I will swing the greatsword at this guy.
Bring the blade down.
Not
Unfortunately,
today, though.
that's not going to be sufficient.
That's okay. I will at some point succeed on a roll, and it's going to be absolutely glorious when the foretold occurs. So that is my turn.
All right, he's gonna make his shield slam at you again. That's a hit. C103. Give me a strength save, or be knocked prone.
Strength.
Success. You are not knocked prone. And longsword attack. 15.
Ah, I survive unscathed this time.
Nice. You do take the 3 bludgeoning damage from the shield bash, though.
Okay.
U019.
Well, I guess I'll hit him again.
Give him a go schmack.
17?
Uh,
I don't think.
you are not in a position to get the +2. That is a miss. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think I can move into the corner of the wall, unfortunately.
No, that's like 90% of the square.
Yeah, I was like, I looked and I'm like, I don't think I can get away with that one.
Over to C103 then.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to radiant touch myself for healing. That's something I could do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's any target basically. 5. I think as your hand like glows and you press it against your wounds and they start to knit together. There's this brief moment where you flash back to a hand reaching out of magma as the flesh all burns away, and then you snap back to this thing standing in front of you.
The good old flashbacks. All right. So for the last part of my turn, I'm going to spend another vestige die to my righteous fury, which I keep clicking to minimize it, not put it in chat. I'm going to use you take half damage from the next source of damage that you take within the next minute. Yeah, instead of weapon attack damage.
Oh, you have to. So once per round, when you strike a creature, so
Oh, okay.
that's
Never
the
mind. I have to
trigger for
strike.
it.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Okay.
And
Never
then
mind.
you
Ignore
choose to
that.
forego the damage for the less damage. Yeah, no, you got it. You figured it out. But yeah, five more points to yourself. Fair. S077.
Now I shall fall upon my foe.
Okay. Are you going to attempt to grapple it, or what are you doing here?
Actually, I think I think what I want to do is like push off the wall. Am I on a wall or am I on a hedge?
It is a hedge. Yeah, you're clinging to it
So I
from the
can't
magic.
really
Like
push off the wall and get any oomph from it.
minimal.
My hope was to knock him down. Mm. All right, well. I'm going to attempt to fall on him and see if this works. And grab him.
You're gonna try and drop on him and grapple him, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be opposed strength acrobatics or dexterity. Strength athletics or dexterity. No. The initiator's strength only, and it'll be opposed against his strength.
Well, this isn't gonna work.
I will give you advantage because you're sort of using your ability to push off darkness to sort of like shove yourself on top of him. So you have advantage if you'd still like to make the attempt.
Yeah. Something different. Well, that didn't work.
Well, there's only one way. No,
No,
you
wait.
sort of just.
Am
What?
I using a strength save? I'm not sure how to.
It's your athletics, which you are not. I don't believe you're trained in.
No, I have athletics.
Well, you have it, but are you trained in it?
That's a 2. It's check marked.
So you're trained in it. So don't bother rolling it. We're just going to take the 3 and add the 2.
Okay.
So that's 5. That's going to fail. So you push
Okay.
yourself off the wall where you were clinging and slam into the side of this guy and drop to the ground next to him. And that was your action, but you are prone on the ground now. What would you like to do?
Okay. Now, can I go ahead and emit? What is the word? Emit? Is that the word I want? The toxic dark? Or is that an action? I'm looking. As an action. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Would you like to stand up off the ground, or would you like to remain on the ground?
Well,
Or are you moping?
I'm hoping. I think I'm going to stay on the ground for a minute.
That didn't work.
Oh, no. I'm going to lay here and think of what else I can do.
All right, CB002. That happens.
Oh, this kid is going for a ride. We are at the top of the roller coaster, and he's gonna have to say "we" because he is going down some other time.
It's unfortunate.
Oh.
That's it for me.
Man, it looks like the one on the roller coaster was you, and you got thrown for a loop.
Yeah, the only one going down are my expectations of hitting things.
My
So-
accuracy.
At the start of this round, you see this crystal over here, and I forgot the word. At the same time, this crystal, and it seems a crystal around the corner over here, brighten significantly which causes this guy to sort of like cover his like helmeted face. So he's making his attacks at disadvantage against C103. That's a 10. That's a miss. Longsword. That's 7. All right. As he's like sort of like hiding behind his arm, stabbing and slapping at you, trying to shield himself from the light. You 019.
Curious.
Hmm. Can anyone make light?
I can.
I can make light. We can all make light. Maybe light will work. Can I bonus action? What did we call it? Vestigial glow. Which is I swear I'm gonna lose my mind with roll 1. That one. It's the light spell, light cantrip, but fitted better for this this character.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, because you had already specifically stated that all of your eyes were covered up by the tight clothing, it just spots on your clothes start to glow.
Yeah, you know what? That's true, huh? I don't know how bright it's gonna be, but it's light.
But
my
to
eyes
be
also
fair,
glow.
it is still in the bright light of these flared up crystals for the moment, so...
You know, maybe it'll scare it next time, and I'm gonna hit it.
You have advantage.
Little
It
me.
is currently considered blinded in the bright light from the crystal. That's a
My
hit.
goodness. 6 necrotic and 5 piercing.
Heck yeah. Still standing, but that was a good chunk.
Wee. That's it.
Alright, C103.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take an action after my comrade and use my bonus action to cast Spark of Light, and it's equal to 5 times my my con modifier, which is 5, so it's 25 feet of light. And I'm gonna place it right on top of the bad mamba jamba, and then I'm going to slap him with my sword.
Oh,
At
I think those are
advantage.
two separate options.
Starting at first level, you can cast light cantrip as a bonus action or reaction. You can increase the. Oh, okay, that's to increase it.
Of light sources you can see. You can see a lot of light sources right now.
Well, you can cast the light cantrip as a bonus, right? So isn't
No,
that
no, no.
like
That is
creating
two
light?
separate things. You have the light cantrip, which you can cast it. Period. As a bonus action or reaction, you can increase the brightness of light sources within 120 feet of you.
Okay, so is that an action then to use my spark of light, or it
Spark of
doesn't?
Light is the name of the ability.
Uh-huh.
It is an action to cast the light cantrip. It is a
Okay.
bonus action or a reaction to increase the brightness of light sources.
Okay. I understand now. Just the spark of light not saying it cost anything other than the bonus action or reaction confused me. All right.
Yeah, because it's granting you access to something which already says that stuff.
Okay. I mean, I don't even have the light cantrip on my sheet, so that's another thing.
Whoops.
Yeah.
The
Well,
description for the light cantrip is basically my vestigial glow, which is you shed a bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light is basically it.
okay, well, since you're already doing that, there's no point. I'm just gonna swipety swipe at him and missity miss.
You do have advantage because he is currently blinded in the bright light.
Oh no.
I was correct about the missing part.
It does seem that way.
I'm just gonna say this: the last 2 sessions, I've just been swinging all crazy, missing everything.
Yeah.
All right,
That does
that's my
seem
turn.
the case. All right, S077. You're not a fan of the light, and it seems like neither are these guys.
Mm. In my wonderful position, can I see anything, any like flaw in their armor or
You see
anything?
that there's like nothing in the armor. It is animated armor that is moving on its own.
Oh. Hmm.
But I will give you what's your passive perception? You're just sort of glancing inside this thing. You see there's nothing in it.
Okay. I don't know. How do I tell what my passive perception is?
Below your skills.
You do this to me every time. Passive wisdom. Oh, 13.
Yeah, you definitely see that there's kind of something funky going on, but you really can't identify what it is without further investigation.
Okay. So I'm not sure if this is physically possible. I'm going to try and jump inside the armor.
I believe in you.
I'm
Okay,
just going
I
to go,
love this idea.
it's empty, and try and jump in it.
I do not have an opinion as to whether it'll work. I just like the thought of it, of the attempt.
okay. Yeah, so you leap on, sort of like you crawl under and leap up into the armor. Now that you're like in position inside this thing, you see that like the strange extra thing that you'd been seeing at the very top, inside the helmet, is what looks like a strange like blob looking sort of thing that has these tendrils that go down into the rest of the armor, like the arms and stuff, and are moving them around. It is not magically animated. It is animated by whatever that is, and that doesn't like light apparently. So that was your movement. You're inside. It like rotates around, and these two strange insectoid eyes like peer down at you, and it chitters at you. Still your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to try and stab it in an eyeball.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty.
That's a hit.
About time. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So from outside, you guys hear this, like, and the armor like collapses, and on the inside of it, you just see S077 with his sword up into the helmet, and a bunch of these like strange tendrils like just down, sort of like draping around S077 from the helmet. Make sure to
But it doesn't fall over. Darn.
No, it did. Like the whole armor like
Oh.
fell down, and they see you standing there, your sword in the helmet.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
It's like a ratatouille.
If Ratatouille was a cockroach.
Yeah. So it's not happening in France. That's happening in New York. Brooklyn.
The
Wouldn't
like
it be a pigeon?
the brightly glowing crystals sort of die down to like their normal dim light. You're standing there like sword in the air. This creature stuck on the end of it. Like, what are you doing?
Victory!
What
Let's
is
get
that?
going.
Are you gonna take that with you?
You know.
Okay.
It's some kind of like bug thing that's like maybe as like thick as your hand and twice as like wide, like around, and it was like flat at the top of the helmet, with the like little insectoid eyes coming down, like looking out the visor,
Hmm.
and the little tendrils, which you assume might be how it moves around, were controlling the armor itself. But yeah, this looks to be a dead end. If you guys continue this way to the right, it is also another dead end.
Quick
Do it.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Does the armor look usable, or is it just,
Oh yeah,
you
it's
know?
usable. Do you want to scoop it up? And I think the other thing that you notice is that whatever this like weird, as you're looking at the armor, this uh, the crossbow thing that shot at you guys before is it's like it's not attached. So it's like a weird magic crossbow.
Hmm.
I'm going to inspect the weird magic crossbow because I like crossbows.
Yeah, so it's like the short version. It's a weaker hand crossbow that generates its own ammunition. But it's a D4
Yeah.
instead of a D6, which is what a hand crossbow is. Um,
I'm going to take this with me if anybody has no objections.
Ah,
and deals force damage as the ammo generated is energy. It's like little bolts of energy. It's an arcane bolter.
Make
Write that
use of
down.
it.
And I don't think any of you guys can use the plate armor there.
Hmm.
no.
I think in the time you're like examining it and sort of like picking up the crossbow and figuring it out, the crystals sort of flash brightly again for like a solid 6 to 10 seconds and then dim again.
I'm just going to take a few steps back towards where we came and
And
gesture.
just start heading back.
You guys coming?
Yeah, everything else here's a dead end, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Back we go from whence we came.
Yeah, sort of zipping on back that way. Let's move everybody up. So that was pretty easy peasy.
So what you gotta do is cast light on the suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Make
that other thing that's in chat right now.
that other thing.
You said cast light on the suit of armor, but there's a bunch of light sources already.
Oh right, I just figured you could have it blinding its face.
Trying to remember the order you guys were in like this, I think. Something like that,
Something like yeah.
give or take. Yeah, you guys, if you guys continue forward, you see a long sort of like hall, so to speak, of this hedge maze, which continues onto a bright light and then turns left, and then you see this left turn immediately where you guys are, which leads to this fella who's going northward, out of sight.
Was that in our hallway or the one to the left of
The one to the
us,
left.
west? Okay. Well, I'm gonna point out that I saw one of those things on the left-hand side and ask if we want to go that way or straight.
That's a good question. Maybe just go straight for now.
Yeah, let's just go straight.
Fantastic. All right, so you guys continue forward. You zip all the way north until it reaches a dead end. Solid minute later, and then you walk all the way back.
Great, the choice has been made for us.
And now you're sort of back here. Yeah, it just dead ends and sort of goes up. There's a light. It turns, dead ends.
I'm upside
Not
down.
much there. So coming back this way, you did see a very large crystal here that is occasionally flaring even brighter. Well, maybe not brighter, but farther, right? You also see this is the large wooden structure right in here, which looks like it allows you to sort of stand on it and look about, right? But there's also two of these things on it. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Imagine finding that big crystal.
Pardon?
Oh, I said imagine amplifying the big crystal that's even brighter.
Yeah. Definitely.
Maybe we could kind of peek in quietly and pop a shot, but I feel like it might know we're there.
So we're stealthing.
I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. Can't hurt. That shouldn't be advantage. That's great. I feel so
see if I can bust out of the single digits.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Had to happen eventually.
Mm-hmm. Statistically.
Mothership?
Yes.
Stealth, apparently.
Oh. I thought they were stealthing up to the light. I thought they were stealthing up to the light. That's why I was holding back.
I thought they were stealthing past the light. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
I
confused.
thought we were stealthing into the room in general.
And you know what? We're all confused. It works though.
We'll
I
get there
thought we were
eventually.
going to the left. We're
Well, we are
East
now, yeah.
Okay, stealths have been rolled. Decide where your goal is as you're stealthing.
Well, if
I'm
you
going
know-
to go into this room and well
Okay.
to the south and inspect things.
Yeah.
You want to
So
go
if we-
inspect the crystal?
Well, I see the little suit of armor down here from my character's perspective. Is that the one that's like up above or
Sorry, I didn't see where.
right here?
Yeah, he's on this wooden platform that's raised.
Okay, so there that's a ladder there, I see.
Yep.
I'm gonna point out that there's at least one in here and he's got the high ground.
I will remind you that you guys had already seen one right here.
Reasonable
Right.
to assume it's the same one.
You guys had already seen one right here when you were walking this way. And walking this way. So is it reasonable to assume it's the same one? Probably not. It's much further away from the wall than you think you would have been able to see.
So that means there's two then.
Probably. And as has been occurring, the this crystal flares up brightly as you're sort of sitting here relaying what you're seeing. This one right here got to about here. There's the bright flash of light, and a moment after it subsides, it sort of turns around, starts heading back up.
And once it turns around, I'm going to start creeping behind it. And hopefully the ones up top don't notice me.
Where are you headed?
I'm going to just come up and slap this thing in the back. No, actually, I'm going to cast light cantrip on it from. Yeah, so I'll step out, cast light on it. A little aggressive here, I know. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Okay. That's right. That will you cast light on it that sort of like gets it to screech because now like I imagine you cast it on its head, right? Which means
Mm-hmm.
it's glowing inside it too, where the creature is that doesn't like light. So that's going to immediately trigger some initiatives as it's screeching. But it's not
I
the
like that.
only one. Yeah, you guys hear this thing screeching from the other side of the wall of the hedge maze, and you're like, oh, apparently something's happening. Light is larger than 10 feet in direction. 20 foot, 20 foot is the difference compared to what you can do, Mingo.
What?
I said light is 20 foot, right? 20 foot dim as opposed to what you can do, which is 15, 15.
Let me double check. I thought light was 15.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, he
Yeah,
is
you're right.
emitting bright light. I imagine he's literally having the worst day of his life. But we are in initiative order. This thing is screeching, and it turns, and it's not like, attacking you directly. It's sort of just like swinging the sword and the shield wildly in front of it while walking forward. And it gets to about here. And that's its
Nice.
turn. All right, U019. Something's screeching over there, and you see more light than before.
Well, let's see what's going on.
I kicked the hornet's nest.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure
it's
did.
just like flailing. It's like.
How many feet was that? Oh yeah, I could get close. I'm gonna move up to it because I'm gonna assume it's just feeling rough. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to do this. Because I hear a lot of screaming. I know there's two to the south that I saw.
Yeah.
There's this guy who's just really making a ruckus. So I'm gonna do this. I know it says 2 luminous spectral wings. They are luminous. They are spectral. They are not pretty. Like to imagine that maybe once upon a time they were fluffy and feathery, but they've just decayed.
Mm.
And like the bony, spindly bits are also covered in some eyeballs. But it just looks rotted. So that's a bonus
Fantastic.
action.
The
I can fly
optometrist
now.
must love you. Big payday.
Mhm. I'm not flying yet because I used all of my movement. But I will attack.
You do have advantage because they are blinded. It is blinded by that light. That's a hit.
Look at all this extra damage I get.
Big damage. Big damage. Like, okay, and then how much is the radiant?
Radiant is 6 for this one. Tainted by the Grave gets me, or no. Oh no, I'm done. It's 2 radiant. It's a fixed amount. 6 necrotic, 2 radiant, and then 10 piercing.
Oh, it's a complete proficiency bonus. So it's 20 in total.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Math.
There we go.
Fantastic.
I think
And now
that's-
it's looking hurt and frenzied.
Well, I'm sure nothing bad can come from that, so that's my turn.
C103.
Alrighty. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20. Nice. I can step around him to the backside here. And I'm going to hit him and see how it works out. Do I get advantage or
For what? Sorry, just
because
I didn't hear any of what you said. So what?
I flanked around behind this guy,
Sure.
the one that's blinded.
Yes, it
Would
is
I have
blinded. You do
advantage?
get advantage. That is correct.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna saw wipe at this guy one more time and do damage. Huzzah!
That's a hit. That's damage.
Starting at level 1, you may use. No, not that ability. We were talking about. Righteous Fury, that's what it is. Once per round, when you strike a creature with a weapon attack, you may choose to deal additional radiant damage. I'm going to, instead of do that, do the next thing that hits me does half damage.
What's the duration on that? The next thing that hits you within what time
Or
period?
within 1 minute.
Nice.
Here, I'll put it in chat again.
Nice.
All right, and then I'll roll my damage. 3. A little poke. Yeah.
Damage is being dealt. S077.
I don't know that I want to go in that light. That's really bright.
Oh, but you did just have a thought. Apparently, there's 2 of these things on that structure down south that are separate from your
That is
group.
true. I could go get them. But somehow, what did I do? The heck? Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go south. Can you take me that direction?
You want to go south? Do you just want to head up there, or are you going to do something to them? So, this is your movement.
Mm-hmm.
It puts you here.
Okay.
I wish I could zip only one person's vision over to something, but it does everybody at once.
How long does it last? I'm gonna put on my toxic dark.
Where's that going?
Sorry, we're within 60 feet of you.
Sure. There with that is. I don't know where you're putting it to know if it's within range.
So I can hit this one with it.
It's an
Okay.
AoE though. Yes, he's within range, but it is an AoE.
I'm looking to see how big the AoE is. It's 10-foot radius sphere, so
Which is a 20-foot diameter sphere.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing your point?
So it's what, this big?
So if I put it here, it would hit both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, so we put it there. And
It's gonna work.
they have to make a constitution save or take necrotic damage equal to 1 vestige die. I should save DC. So they have to make a Constitution save against my vestige save DC, which is how much? Where did we put that?
It's your Constitution modifier plus proficiency bonus. Plus 8.
So Constitution modifier.
I'm
Plus
sure it's on
8.
there somewhere.
I know. I just don't remember where we put it.
So just math it out. Constitution modifier.
It's 6.
Your modifier is 6, or is that your save?
Sorry. 4.
That's right.
4. And then what was the other one?
Proficiency bonus.
Which is 2. So 6 plus 8, right? Is 14.
Uh-huh.
14.
You see 14 Constitution save? They don't have... It's just the first number. They both fail.
Okay. And then they take 1 vestige die of damage, which is a d6.
I believe it's a d6 of damage right now, yes.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, they both take 6 necrotic damage.
And I will go ahead and use Fury of the Small on that because it's also...
That has to be an
a spell.
attack roll.
No. Oh. Attack or... No, it's... When you damage a creature with an attack or a spell.
It's not a spell, it's a class feature.
Ah. Okay.
I'm not getting this right. Oh, because it's not a sphere, it's messing me up. It does hit both of them, though. I just can't get the blob of darkness to work right. I'll leave it at that. They both take 6 damage. You finally got to use that. Can you
Yep.
spit it out into the chat for me?
Sure.
Because it's their turn. I need to remember what else it does. Non-magical light can't illuminate it. Okay, they're both starting their turns in it, so they have to make another Constitution save. We'll just do the one whose turn it is right now. You do not have disadvantage. 4 is a failure. Roll another d6.
Oh, so... Ah, that is good.
And they don't have the ability to... Yeah, so they can't see through the darkness unless they leave it. I think they're that smart. It's just going to make it disadvantage attacks against you.
Yeah.
Oops. So 2 Force Bolter attacks at disadvantage. Or Arcane Bolters, excuse me. 14 and a 6. Does a 14 hit you?
No. No, it does not.
Alright, they're both misses. It's the other guy's turn. He's also starting in the area. First number 18 is a success, so he takes no damage from your Toxic Dark. But he's also making 2 disadvantage attacks against you. Okay. Those are definitely misses. CB002, what would you like to do?
Kiss it. Oh, your microphone is
You're
muted.
muted, yeah.
Oh, cool. It has the mute function, and I used it accidentally. Um, that's why nobody laughed at my amazing jokes earlier. Just
Oh
pretend it was
no.
hilarious.
That was a really good one.
Amazing.
So this guy is not blinded, but he is.
Which guy? That guy, he is blinded.
He is.
He's got
So
light
do
on
I?
his helmet.
Okay, so then I will attack with advantage. And do I get the +2 from flanking, or does advantage kind of override that?
You do get the +2, yeah.
Cool.
That's why we do
And now it's the time that I don't need them.
it.
But that's
Right?
okay. I don't
That's
mind
okay.
hitting. I don't mind at all. 13 slashing damage.
That is damage. That drops that one. Nice.
We all did very well today, you guys.
We did.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, U019. You up to? Are you talking?
Is everyone muted?
You? Hello?
Hello.
Why is it my turn?
Yes.
The turn tracker didn't
Oh.
update for me. I was like, okay, I'm just.
I hadn't
waiting
hit it yet.
for-
I just said it was your turn.
Oh, I didn't hear any of the letters. Okay.
And then I
I
saw
just-
measuring, so I just thought you were measuring for your turn.
Well, I was. I didn't realize it was my turn yet. 'Cause my brain was just looking at the turn order, and it was like, yeah, I heard some letters.
Amazing.
So how are these two guys looking?
Well,
in
they're in a cloud
darkness?
of darkness that seems to be eating away at them that your little tiny friend over here just threw at them, so that's neat.
I probably don't want to go in that. Can I
Well.
see them at all?
No, it is like, darkness the spell, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a massive darkness, but it's like a cloud, and it seems to be eating away at things inside it.
Gotcha. Can I kind of hear it, like things are being chipped away
Oh,
at
yeah,
against the metal?
like that sound like when you're bending metal, and it's like, but it's like rusted, so it starts to like crackle, like that.
Okay.
That's kind of what you're hearing.
I thought you were gonna say, that sound when you bend over, like your knees pop, and I was like, yeah, everything cracks. Either would have worked. So
relatable.
I'm gonna fly up 10 feet and then move 20 here.
Cool. You're 10 feet, so you're 2 feet above the wall. Cool.
Oh yeah, you know what? I can't see these guys, so can I just use my turn to kind of look out and about and see what I can see from?
Yeah, why
10
don't
feet up?
you use your perception, like as an action to sort of see how
Yeah.
much you can assess the area and maybe mentally log the path to take.
12.
You think you know. You definitely see the glowing, like that's clearly the portal kind of spot over there, So you know the general direction that you need to go is that away, but how to get there you're not sure yet.
Okay. Well, next turn I'll just fly higher and just see if they, didn't cover that loophole. But that'll be it for me.
Fantastic. C103, that one you was smacking on is dead.
Well, good, because I don't like him. He was rude and obnoxious and reminded me of myself. Damn it. Okay. What's measuring? right. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 here, and then crossbow the one up here.
He is in a cloud of darkness. You can attack him. You just have disadvantage.
That's okay. I don't feel like going in the cloud of darkness, so I'll just lob a few shots and let him come to me.
Okey-dokey.
I mean, I thought about casting light, but I'll save that till they're out of the darkness.
That is a miss.
All right, and that is my turn.
Fair enough. S077.
Oh no, they're not dead yet.
Nope. And as a reminder, because it says on the ability, you are immune to your own toxic dark.
I am aware.
So even though no one else can go up there, you could.
I'm going. I'm gonna go poke at this one in the dark. Okay. This is for you.
He's blinded. You do have advantage, so if you want to do a little bit of crit fishing.
I don't know why I'd want to do that. Whoa!
That's why.
Holy
Roll
cow!
your damage. 15. Oh, man. As the only person who can see this guy right now, he's looking pretty rough.
He's not the right kind of rough, though. Dead on the ground.
Fantastic. Is that it for you?
As far as I know.
Right. Got a con save from this guy starting in your toxic dark. First number, 2 is a failure. Roll your d6. Uh, that's damage. Under the impression that you are still over there, this guy's walking forward. He falls. He's gonna take a little bit of damage from the fall.
Oh, he's gonna fall off the.
Yeah, he just walks off thinking you're over there.
Okay. I'll let him.
Continues forward, realizing you're not there. Switches to the next nearest target, and he took damage, so he can use his bonus action to dash, and he runs over to U019. That's Mango. And he's gonna slap you with his shield.
Can you reach 10 feet in the air?
Oh, that's right. You're in the air. He's just like,
Can't catch
and he's like looking at you, and he's like raises the sword, and then immediately raises the shield arm and shoots at you with the force bolter instead, or the arcane bolter.
Ooh.
Oh,
You know, I'm gonna say one of those hits. I'll let you guess which one. Oh,
wow.
wow.
That's impressive, actually. Hold on.
So I
Wait,
want
how
you
does
to
that
know.
not work? What?
So when we first started playing D&D,
Hmm.
we had a friend. Coincidentally, his name's Dave. Go figure. He rolled minimum damage for a crit, and since then, anytime anyone else has also rolled minimum damage for a crit, we called it Daving it. So you, this guy daved it. I'm sorry, your name's brought into this.
The life I live. Just Daving everything. 3 force damage. Amazing. All right, the other guy starts his turn. I mean, he just got smacked by you, so he knows where you are. But he has to make a con save against your toxic dark. 15 is a success, right?
15? No.
Yeah, your save's 14, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking the save.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yes, 14 is. I was thinking something else.
All right, so no damage from that. He's gonna disadvantage shield slam you and long sword you. 10 and 12 are both misses.
They certainly are.
Okay. Next up is CB002. That guy just bolted out of the darkness, dropped off of this like tower thing, ran over to U019 and shot a little tiny weird crossbow thing at her.
I will move to here and sort it. Ooh.
Whoa.
Wait,
That'll hit, yeah.
hold on.
Oh wait,
Oh,
hold
it's a 19. Okay.
I just realized something.
Yes.
This guy is still emitting the bright light, even though he's dead, because it was on his helmet, which he was like, it's still there, so you have advantage.
Ah, well then. I will roll
it
this another time. 12 slashing.
Ow slashing. Ow indeed. Oh wait. Hurting, but not dead. Is that it for you?
That is it for me.
I will descend. Will I?
Will you?
No, I don't think I will. I'm gonna necrobolt this guy. Maybe.
The guy below you, that is also at advantage because it's an attack roll while he's in the bright light and he's blinded.
How about 23?
Now that will hit.
It's gonna be 6 necrotic, 2 radiant, and then 8 more necrotic. That's math.
14, 7, 2, but that's drops him.
Hooray! I gotta fly up 30 feet.
All right, you fly up 30 feet, and right around like the last maybe 5 feet, it starts to be like you're flying through like it's like you're trying to push through like paper or something, as it's like sort of just like starts to like pull you back down until eventually you feel like this crackling energy in it, and there's this. Give me a strength save.
Oh, they're gonna tase me.
Not this time.
Strength save?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't think I will.
All right, so
I choose to fail.
that's 3 thunder damage, and then you are falling 30 feet. 40 feet, right? Because you're already 10 feet high.
Yeah.
So that's 20 total damage. There's like,
Ow.
as this like strange like membrane explodes with a thunderous boom and hurls you back to the ground.
Ow.
You are prone and just looking up like.
Yeah, that hurt a bit, huh?
Oh my god. Yeah, C103. Oh, she just got hit real hard with that one, and she's laying on the ground. Less blood than you'd expect, actually, now that you're thinking about it. You've seen a lot of injuries. You would think that would be a lot more blood. That's
But
probably
she's
normal.
still pretty messed up, yeah?
Definitely.
Alrighty, I'm going to meander over and
Like,
gently caress the top of her head with a radiant touch healing. Which
yeah, very gently.
very gently.
I gotta hop up for a second. That's funny.
It's like a baby.
Oh, did someone get a boo boo?
A little bit on your head for the boo boo baby. Flinches a little bit. Well, I learned that there's a limit to how high you can fly in this place. And you know what? It's valuable information.
I mean, at least she didn't learn like Icarus.
Just melt.
Plummet to your death.
Almost. We were close.
Okay, what I miss?
Just
Not
talk
much.
about
Just
consequences.
so I healed her for 3, and I don't think I have anything I can do with a bonus action. Yeah, so that's pretty much just my turn.
Okie dokie. S077.
Apparently, I have more work to do on this guy. Does he need to roll a save?
It's at the start of his turn, not yours.
Ah. Okay, well, maybe I'll be dead by then. And how long does that last?
You're gonna have to check, but it's either 3 rounds or 1 minute. I genuinely can't remember.
Okay, I'll check after my turn so we can have that info.
You do have advantage.
What the heck? Oh, I see it.
That will hit.
I guess I'll take advantage of that.
That's some damage.
Oh, now I can use Fury of the Small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get angry.
Okay. Extra damage. Please tell me how much. When you damage a creature with an attack, you can cause attacks to deal extra damage to the creature. The extra damage equals your proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
Cool. Alright.
Well,
Okay.
check the other thing for the duration.
Mm-hmm.
Because it either ends. I think it either ends
Oh.
right now, or it.
1 minute.
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
That is a success. He's gonna make his disadvantage attacks against you. 17.
Oh. Beats.
6 slashing.
Owie. Okay.
That's his turn. CB002. You
Well,
definitely hear the clanking and then the fighting in the darkness.
I will run up here and make with the attacks. This this one is not blinded, right?
It's in the darkness. It's blinded, which means you're
Okay.
also blinded. So
So it's a flat roll then.
yeah. That being said, you do enter the darkness. You do have to make a con save. Success. You take no damage.
Nice.
It does itch a little bit though.
Ah, well, I don't like that, but I do like this. Oh no, I guess I don't.
Unfortunate. All right. Over to U019 then.
Won't learn till I'm dead. I'm gonna use half my movement to stand back up. And I will. So I noticed resistance at
25 feet.
say 25.
Yeah, about 25, give or take. It's kind of hard to tell. But again, you were 10 feet high, so technically 35 feet up.
Okay. I'm going to fly up 15.
Yeah, no resistance. 15 seems safe and fine. Unless you're climbing over the walls, apparently.
I'm not going to touch those walls. Does this get me any more visual?
Yeah, this puts you 5 feet higher than you were, and I will, if you spend your action, give you another perception check.
Yes. Because I was like, oh, I could use action to dash to get more movement, but I'm like, then I can't see.
Yeah,
I just needed 5 more feet.
that's pretty good. That very well may have useful answers for you soon enough.
Delicious. Oh,
I think it'll probably get you a decent path out. Not necessarily one to avoid enemies.
yeah. But we'll
the
know
path.
where to go.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's good. I'm good now. That's my turn.
Fair enough. C-103.
Well, tonight's radio broadcast comes at you live from the bottom of the dungeon.
Carry on.
The smoke up there is still up there, correct?
Correct.
I can see kind of in here, right? I can see the homies and whatnot. Or did I just see them disappear into the smoke?
Just disappeared in this dark cloud.
Well, I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, go here and see if I can discern what's happening in the dark cloud. And the answer be no, it's a dark cloud. So I'm
Pretty much.
debating what to do. I don't want to just randomly shoot a bolt in there. As fun as that could be, I don't know who I'm aiming at.
That's true.
I think I'll do something a little different and do expend a vestige dice to do a healing bolt on our eyeballed friend here.
Awesome.
Let's go!
Pretty good.
All right.
8 healing for U019.
That's my turn.
Boy, that's for me.
Just for you, a present. And this time I didn't even have to touch you. I just yeeted it at you.
Just throw it at her.
Fine, I won't touch you.
Catch, nerd.
All right. S077.
You said this guy was looking bad.
Yeah. You did also notice CB002 come into the darkness and stand next to you.
I just nod at him and swing again.
You have advantage. You still have advantage. That hits. That drops him. There you go. Yeah, so are you going to head out the darkness?
No.
Okay,
They
you're
make
gonna...
light out there. I don't want it.
The helmet is still glowing. Yeah, so you're just going to stand here. CB002, you definitely hear the clanking as the armor collapses. But it's dark, you still can't see, and you still have to make the save.
Pow.
Success. I mean, it's really, it's itchy. It almost feels like it's the dark smoke itself is like trying to bite at you.
I'll move down here. And dash to see what I can see.
Yeah. Well, none of
And
y'all see any more enemies at the moment. You are. I will say you are technically out of combat. That was just because you were in the cloud and you were going to take damage. That's why I needed you to, do that.
ah,
But we are out of combat. U019. This red line you see is the path.
Oh.
The path that you spotted.
Did I see a particular number of suits?
You know there are two ahead, and there, but that's all like that you got a good quick glimpse of. It is just the two directly ahead. You're
Okay.
sure there's more.
Yeah. All right. Well, she'll relay that she got a good view from above in terms of the path forward, and that there are 2 more suits immediately ahead. And she's gonna come back down on the ground. Maybe hover a little bit until the wings go away in less than a minute.
So they appear to be unable to see in the light. That seems to be something you've discovered. And they
Curious.
also can't see in the toxic dark produced by S077, but that's pretty standard from your experience so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you guys want to proceed?
Lead away, young lady.
North is the way.
Or do I call you eyeballs? I don't know.
Lead
Young
away,
balls.
eyeballs.
Mm,
Oh, you saw the path. Okay.
Jeepers,
no.
Jeepers creepers. Look at all those peepers.
Huh.
I assume this is how she was bullied in childhood.
I popped him out of the last person that bullied me. Where do you think I got him?
You want to see how I got these eyes?
Yeah, so you are aware that just around the, like, straight ahead, there's maybe 30 feet ahead, there's a little alcove with 2 of them in it. Do you guys want to just brute force your way through? Do you guys want to try and stealth? Do you want to use stealth in combination with what you've now learned about them? What do you want to do?
I think it could be good to sneak up and get the upper hand with the light.
There's an idea.
Blind them.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not ideal for being shadowy, but gonna have to get you a cloak to hide behind. But they are right up ahead. If we want to try to be quiet about it.
So whichever choice you're making, you're going to be utilizing the whole light thing. But it sounds like you're going to fight your way out. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I mean, I'll fight them if we want. I don't
Yeah.
know if we can sneak past them.
I'm not sure that we're going to have a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth trying just in case? Because every time you snuck past, it hasn't been in combination with the light.
That's true. We could
See if we could sneak by.
we could blind them and just run.
It is an option. You weren't told to kill them all. You were told to get to the portal. So it's up to you.
Right.
Yeah, if we
And
want to
And did
blind
we have
them.
a time limit to get to the portal?
you didn't
or
have a time limit, but in your experience, you don't get extra rewards for, or punished
Right.
less for killing their
Mhm.
monsters. You know.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we can blind and run.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's do that.
Absolutely plausible.
It's drive-by time, you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are 2 of you who can cast light. Although one of you is casting a different light that travels with you, so I don't think that counts.
No, I can only make my eyes glow.
Which are covered in a tight bodysuit, it seems.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought you said Tide Pods. I was like,
No.
yeah, they're covered in Tide Pods. I won't question it.
Sure, yeah, that.
Yeah.
No. Oh, man. Yeah, so if you guys want, you guys can sort of all roll stealths and, sneaky, blind, keep going. Or
Well,
are you just going to book it? Those are kind of the two options.
Ooh-wee. I like going with stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also did give myself a little healy touch.
Hey, fair enough.
Oh boy. Y'all need you better than me, thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, you could just fly by.
Depends on how much time has passed.
At this point, it's been
Mm.
like 30 seconds since the fight. And it was, what, 3 rounds in the fight? 4 rounds? So you're at
Yeah.
like 48 seconds.
If we just zipped Zuda, I could fly
Yeah,
by
let's
'em.
go. You guys just
Not making
book
a
it running.
single step. Yep.
C103, you're going to just like hurl the light. Is it at one of them or is it between them? Because you've now been told there are 2.
I was originally imagining we were both gonna do it, but because hers works differently, yeah, I'm gonna split the difference if I can. And if I don't feel like I can split the difference, I will pick the nearest one.
Yeah, sort of run it through, slap it right between them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, that is precisely what you do. Is you guys sort of run through. So just to give you guys an idea of what you're seeing. Who's missing? Our shadow friend here. Yeah. So you hurl the light right in between them as you guys run by, and you keep going. That's what I was afraid of. I can't grab you guys. It grabs the line. Get out of here. Or stay there is more accurate for the line. Like, don't go anywhere. And you guys continue upward. You get to this one. And as you guys are getting to this one, you are like rounding the corner. And this guy shows up. But there's this dim crystal right here. If you wanted, you could amplify that. Or you could stay and fight.
I'll amplify the crystal, yeah?
Yeah, so you use Spark of Light to amplify the light emanating from the crystal, which blinds this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys... Doing that, it's not working. Continue... left... Following... U019. It's kind of the same thing as this guy's like rounding the corner. He's like he like turns. You can blind this guy and keep running. You guys can fight him. What do you guys want to do?
I'm all for blinding and going.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. That does mean the person closest to him, as you guys squeeze around him, is going to be S077. So he's going to get an attack of opportunity against you and you alone at disadvantage as he is blinded. Shoot. There it is. And you will evade the crit, and you guys run down toward the portal.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Woo.
Goal
Could we
has
have
been reached.
grabbing multiple people? Okay, you guys get to the portal, and you guys step through it. Yeah. As you guys step through the portal, you guys are transported to another room. Give me just a moment to make sure it's properly set up. Yeah. Which, rather than do now, I think we're going to go on a quick break.
It works for me.
All right.
But you guys are transported to another room, and then as your characters pass through the loading screen, we're gonna go on a quick break. We'll be back in 10 minutes or less, hopefully. Yeah.
Alrighty.
We'll see you guys in a bit. Good music.
Right on. I will be back shortly.
Ready when y'all are.
I am here.
I second the motion.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bennett, I'm here. Do me, I'm here. It's been so long since I've watched Commando. I loved that movie as a kid.
What's that? I don't remember the name of the movie. I mess it up every time. Is it Last Action Hero?
That is a Schwarzenegger movie.
The one I'm remembering is so the Last Action Hero is about the movie hero, right? So that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Right, the one I was quoting was Commando.
I'm thinking of the Christmas one. I can never remember the name.
Jingle
of
All the Way.
I love that movie. It's probably my favorite Christmas movie.
When I hear Arnold in Christmas movie, I think the one where he dresses up as a superhero for his kid or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's that one, right? It's one of the two.
I mean, I forgot the name of it, so if you saying the name made me remember the movie, cool. I just don't remember the name.
I have a sponge for a particular era of pop culture. So,
Yeah, Jingle All the Way is the one where he dresses up
yeah.
as a superhero for his kid. Yeah, love that movie so much. Anyways, continue.
I'm all good to go.
Yep.
I think we're just waiting for Mango, right?
I am bread.
That was Mango. I am bread? What?
What?
Ready.
That's a game.
Ready?
Don't she was referencing the game and we're going to be tumbling down some hallways across some tables?
Oh.
Gotta get to the toaster.
If we take too long, we decay rapidly.
Get ready.
There was a Parappa the Rapper song that was like, Ready, 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 ready.
Dude, Rapper the Rapper, an OG, a true legend.
Shall we then? Bam. Hello. You guys are not on this map yet. You will be in a moment. You guys are like, you guys step through this portal, and it feels like you're being like pulled rapidly in a direction, forward in this case, and you suddenly just find yourself dropped into another like relatively plain looking test room with a door behind you, but ahead of you you see what looks like a massive tower in the center of this room, just like a column, if you will, with a ladder on top, like leading up to it. And the voice of the warden speaks again. Now, you must take the path provided to reach the other side of the room, passing over the large platform under the watch of 4 statues. A menacing creature blocks your path. You must work together to find a way past. If the statues lock sight with you for more than a moment, you will be met with violent expulsion.
All right, bread gang, what are we doing?
Don't touch the floor, it's lava.
So this guy right here is about 20 feet up from where you guys are standing.
Leads directly into doom.
And past that, you can see another ladder that leads up. Down here is a lower area and a ladder over here. And you can hear what sounds like grinding stone from above, but it's a little out of sight. What do you guys want to do?
Didn't you fly earlier?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you are stealthy enough, you could take a gander and let us know what we're up against. What's happening?
Unfortunately, it's pretty limited. I don't think I can do it again before taking a long rest.
Well, I guess you could either throw me or the goblin up in the air, but I don't know how well that will work.
I don't think we'd see much before we fell.
But I'd feel tall for once.
So we're trying to get to this lever, right?
Yeah, you guys are trying to get to the other side. It wasn't specifically mentioned, but in the past, the levers have disabled the test, which allowed everybody else to follow. But it was not specifically mentioned. You could probably wager that it does that. Not that you can technically see it from where you are.
Before we begin, anyone want a touch up on their health?
I'm actually doing well, so I do not need it myself.
Oh, I guess everyone else is good. I'm gonna use one of my radiant touches on myself.
I'm gonna get you
3,
guys
yeah.
insight scores. So many, yay.
Okay, so this ladder goes up 20 feet, right?
Yeah, this one goes up from where you are 20 feet.
And this other ladder goes up another 20 feet?
Correct.
Okay. And then there's a ladder down.
No,
Interesting.
there's a
No,
ladder
is
down.
that
Oh, sorry.
ladder-
These are stairs rather than a ladder, so angled and
Okay.
and
Oh.
so slight difference there.
Okay, and this ladder goes down.
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I got the elevation mapped out in my brain.
So, let me just understand this. Our goal is To get across this circle? I don't understand.
Yeah, go that way, basically.
What way? All I see is this.
We go south from here.
I guess. Are you guys on the map?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't. Okay. I see a round circle. Oh my god, my eyeballs. Okay, I am
I think
really
mango is
confused.
the eyeballs.
That's true.
Yeah, I am so confused.
I
Okay.
don't see how. You guys are
This
making it
side is-
this way. You're
Oh.
going this way. You're getting over
Mhm.
here. I don't know where the confusion is. Is the confusion the elevation?
The confusion was the way you were talking. I thought we were in the middle of the circle.
Oh, no, I don't know where that would come from.
Okay, so we're supposed to get across the circle without the statue seeing us?
Pretty much.
You could make that weird little darkness bubble, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that would probably blind most of them, maybe.
Do you have another one of those today?
They're too far apart. There's too many of them and too far apart.
I wasn't sure how big the radius on that thing was.
And you
It's
guys are sort of only like seeing them from like down, because they're like 20 feet above you, so you're like seeing the tops of their heads, which is good to know. Like they are rotating, right? And that's the grinding you hear is like these weird statues are like rotating.
Okay.
Do we know what direction they're rotating?
So can you see the little beam of light that's coming off of them?
Indeed,
Yeah.
yes.
Good. Okay. So that is their like line of sight. That's where their eyeball is, like physically.
Yeah.
This one's turning left. Every couple seconds, it just like turns left. Every
Oh,
couple
hello.
seconds, this one turns right. You can't see the other two; they're too far. You can see once again, much like the animated armor before. You can see the top of this guy's head from where you are, but you can't really get a look at him. He looks like a giant zombie.
Upsetting.
But yeah, I'm. You guys can continue upward. Maybe to try and get a better view without like catching sight of them or catching their sight, I should say.
Yeah, although if I walk through this blue line, I don't know how far down it extends. If I'm 20 feet down.
You're not going to know until you find out, you know.
That's true. Well,
So the blue line, it's not like literally a blue line. It's
yeah.
to give you guys an indication of where the eyeball is facing.
Mhm.
Okay, so what prevents us from just going this way? Just like running across.
That's a pit. If you did not catch that part,
I don't.
it's a pit. It is down. It is below you guys.
Yeah, we'd have to find a way back up.
There's
So-
that ladder, but that's less what I meant.
Okay, so we have to dash across when their eyeballs are a different direction.
Yeah, when they're not
Perhaps.
going to see us.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna walk up just to the top of the ladder ish.
Okay. So you are walking to the top, like to the top of the ladder, or to like the base of the ladder. Where are you going?
Midway
sorry,
through
stairs.
Stairs. I want to take a look at these statues and actually see them
Yeah, sure.
while ducking my head down at the same time.
Avoiding,
not to-
doing your best to avoid their line of sight while getting a
Yeah.
better picture of the situation. Seems
Exactly.
very intentionally designed to be difficult. Yeah. So they are sort of shaped like a humanoid, one-eyed humanoid creature. I don't believe you have any idea of what that is. I suppose you could probably roll Arcana to see if you know what the statue is modeled after. but they are all rotating. Roughly every 3 seconds, they're just like, and they always rotate in the same direction. Pretty much the whole time that you're watching them. This one's always rotating left. This one's always rotating left, and the other two are always rotating right. And this guy is kind of just standing here.
Okay. So, from what I can tell, these are devices rather than creatures, correct?
Most likely.
Okay. So I will. It'll be unlikely that I can just make them turn away from me, just by being bad,
Correct.
like a bad bitch, right? Okay. Notice how I said unlikely. The chance is never zero. I mean, it might actually be impossible, but in my head, it's never zero. Let's see.
But they definitely seem to be in like this uniform, repetitive pattern.
Okay. So, seeing that they are statues rather than creatures, I will go back down to where it's safe and say I don't think that my gifts can get us past this.
We could try blinding them through
I don't
either
do computers.
a dark cloud or a bright light. I don't know which one's going to work with these, whatever you call it.
Maybe they'd get distracted on the bright light and look away.
Ooh, shiny.
Could try it.
Okay. I can cast my light cantrip on this one and see what happens. We're either all going to die or we're going to get some valuable information.
Everyone duck.
You're casting it directly on it. Okay.
Like on its eye hole, particularly.
And then what do? Do you just wait?
I wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens when I do it, because I don't know if it's going to keep moving, if it's going to stop, or if it's all of a sudden going to get angry, you know?
There's
a lot of possibilities.
It's a glowing statue and continues to rotate.
Curious.
Well,
None of the others seem distracted.
They do. No.
Curious, interesting. Scribble. Yeah, shame I can't fly right now. That could have been useful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need me a nap before I can do that again.
You on the same page as everybody else, Mothership? You understand where we are?
Not really.
So right now you guys are on a platform, like a stone, almost like a stone hallway. But one wall of the hallway is gone, and instead it's a giant stone pit. Rising from the center of the pit is a column. There is a set of stairs going from where you guys are standing up to the column.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side of that column is another set of stairs leading even further upward, which is where you guys are supposed to be getting.
Okay. If these are constructs, or mechanical, we're not going to be able to distract them. We have to either figure out how to stop them from moving, or watch how they move and look for blank spots. Are there shadows or anything out there?
They cast shadows, yeah.
Oh, they cast shadows, but there aren't any others.
Not really. There's the giant zombie monster over there who casts a shadow as well. I don't know how much help that is.
Okay, so if I dart to the shadow of this one because he's facing the other way.
Okay.
Okay. and just stay close behind him as he does his turn.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, if this is
For the
20
sake of it, let's put everybody in turn order again.
Okay.
And whatever turn order S077 is in, that's where we are. Because S077 is the first one that is acting.
Okay.
In a manner that may or may not result in stuff.
Well, if this is 20 feet, isn't my movement 30 if I'm lucky? Where am I? Where's my character? Where's my sheet? Yeah, my movement's 30. So I'm not even sure. Well, okay, so I would do that in a dash, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I stay in the shadow of this guy. That's all I can think of.
You can also dash as a bonus action if you didn't have enough movement, but you do.
Okay.
So it's what? Like that. That's 30 plus the 20 for the stairs up. So about 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Can everybody please roll initiative?
Okay.
So how I'm envisioning this having actually played out is you guys are sort of sitting here discussing, and then S077 goes, what if we just, and he runs directly behind this one. And that's where things start.
Sounds about right.
Totally me.
I forgot to add this guy. Shield your eyes. All right. So immediately after you zip up there, difficult, and also it's supposed to be in here twice. Come on. There we go. Sort of continues. That's not the right direction. I went the wrong direction with it. It's here. It goes. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh my god, I'm having a brain moment. Am I doing this right? I think I just turned that in the wrong direction. Hold on. I'm losing my minds. This one really did go this way. I don't know what is wrong with me right now. This way. This way. Okay, U019. S077 dashed up there, hid behind the statue, which is now starting to turn in his direction. What do you want to do, U019?
I have no idea. Other than watch and wait.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not. I mean, I think I got the gist of what's happening, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see. I guess if something starts throwing boo-boos our way, I'll shoot it with a necro bolt, but other than that, I have no idea. I'm just gonna watch and wait.
And cross your fingers. Fair enough. All right. The C103. What would you like to do?
I don't have enough movement to catch up to them, so I'm gonna dash and poise myself at the top of the ladder just before coming up. Like, all I got to do is go up one more rung, and then my head will pop up above the surface, just right below it.
Or
And I think that'll be my turn.
alrighty. They continue to rotate. You were like immediately to the left of this thing's face. It's honestly terrifying. If this thing turns again before you have the opportunity to move, you're pretty sure something's going to happen. I think I'm getting my directions wrong, but we're just going to carry on and pretend that's not the case.
You know, random glitch in the matrix. Reality changes.
All right, CB002. Anything you want to try? If you're back. You are muted, however.
I think they're still dealing with capitalism.
Right, fair enough. Okay, just gonna observe for now. Fair enough. All right. This big zombie thing who's kind of just been standing here this whole time, like, stands up straighter. It doesn't do anything yet. It just looks in the direction of S077, definitely acknowledging that it knows you are there.
Cool.
And then it's your turn.
Okay. And this one is facing out there.
Yeah, just completely the wrong direction.
I'm gonna do the same thing again. I don't think I can do both things that I want to do, which would be to put my toxic dark around me and then run.
Aren't you out of uses? Isn't that a once per day thing right now?
Is it a once per
Or
day?
once per long rest, I mean.
I don't remember. Hold on. Now once for short or long rest. Never mind. In that case, I'm going to put a shadow mist around me instead.
Oh, isn't that always around you?
Oh, you're right.
Gonna
Never mind. All
move
right,
differently.
so I'm just running to the next one, and
Which one would you say that is? Totally fair. All right. So you run over there and you stop, and that's it. You're not doing anything else?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Can I tell how deep the pit is?
From where you are standing, it is 20 foot down. Or wait, no. Yeah, no. It's 30 feet down. Sorry.
So it would hurt me.
Yeah, it would probably hurt.
Because I was thinking if the big dude started heading toward me, I'd just jump. But
It is it's like angled. It's like an upside down pyramid. You know what I'm talking about?
yes.
So it's definitely deeper towards the column itself, and less deep further out.
Okay.
If that makes any difference. So I think C103, you do notice as you're standing up here a change in behavior from what you guys had previously observed. Now that someone's on the platform, instead of their vision tracking in the same way it had before, they are now stopping and turning at the same pace in the direction of the nearest creature on the platform.
Sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Which is about to be very unfortunate for someone.
Ow.
Oh,
I'll get to that in
Uh,
a second.
Upon noticing this, I am going to be like, they switched direction.
change places.
All right. Why don't you roll me a 1d2? Let's see what happens, Mothership. Which one's blasting you first? All right, that's the further one away. Yes. A thunderous bolt of energy erupts out of this one's eye, following the path of its vision, and it's going to head straight for you, Mothership. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, do they have a disadvantage? But because I'm um, because of the shadow mist.
No, you have something else that you got at 3rd level that gives the first attack against you every round at disadvantage or
Right.
something? Which you should have used previously. That
I
doesn't
could've.
apply now because you're making a DC... Well, you're making a dexterity save.
Lucky me. All right.
Yeah, it would have been nice to remember that sooner. Oops. That's a success. The bolt slams into you. You will be taking half damage. So 3 thunder damage.
Wait, now I'll take that healing.
And you are pushed back 5 feet. You are luckily pushed out of the vision of this thing. But you are very precariously teetering on the edge of the column.
Are there any shadows over there?
Over where? Can you be more specific?
I'm thinking that if I could jump into a shadow, like as far as I can jump, I'm not sure how far that is. Since it's higher over there, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, yeah, but it's like 20 feet down instead of 30. It's not like...
Ah,
And the shadow would be the shadow cast by this thing, and I don't know why... Like, it wouldn't... Even if there were, it wouldn't aid you in any way in terms of taking less damage or something.
okay.
But with that change in behavior and blast of thunderous energy, U019 does that change what you're doing.
Yeah, but I gotta figure out how. Because now you have
Mhm.
to do patterns and timing and predictions, and it's 11 o'clock at night. That's really hard to do. The real question is what happens when you have 2 people on the team on the
That is.
platform?
That's what I was wondering. Well, if we all just run out there.
Did they all move their normal amount?
Yeah,
Or
it
did
was the
they
same
all
amount.
just... Okay.
I guess for the sake of visualization, it's basically 2 squares. Like
Okay.
there, it's hard to like show, but it'd be like 1, 2 kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what's going on.
I think so. Well, we're gonna see. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Woo! Sadly, you can't do that.
Not anymore. So I can move 30 feet here.
Now we're gonna leg it.
Listen. Could I get... Is it possible to move behind it?
There's a little bit of
Or is
space.
that a bit much?
Like there's definitely a little bit of space, but you would be like stepping around it. Like when you try to. I can't think of a good example, but like when you try to shimmy behind something, except behind you is nothing. You would have disadvantage on saving throws and stuff. Like you'd be able to, but it would put you in a precarious position.
Okay. Well, if I just want to shimmy... Well, I'm not going to stay there. I feel like if I did that, it would blast me. So I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna stay here. I'm gonna use a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Where the F is my oh, it just won't open. Okay, that's nice. Let's try that again. We're gonna do a little bit of this thing. We're gonna help ourselves.
Little hit
That.
points.
That's so much better.
That's pretty good.
And I'm gonna stay here, I think. And we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. All right, C-103.
Well, I don't like the look of this. But I really don't know what to do besides just try to Leroy through here and not...
It,
Yep. So let's see here. 5, 10, 15. Would I be able to oh, don't move my character yet. Would I be able to shimmy over behind this guy if I ran to my character's west and circled around?
As mentioned a moment ago, you can shimmy behind them, yes. But ending your
Okay.
turn there, you'd have disadvantage on saving throws and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, dash, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25. Boom. I can get to there. Or no,
Cool.
sorry, I had to climb up the ladder there.
Stairs.
Yeah, stairs. I had to move the additional 5. Yeah.
Fair enough. Because we were already on them a little bit. But yeah, is that it for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now they rotate toward the closest. Actually, you know what? I should measure this out.
fight, fight, fight.
One is mango. All right, two. It's going for S077. That's mothership.
You're doing great, tank. You're a great tank.
1, 2. Thankfully, it can't turn far enough to hit you. But what about this one? 1, 2. Well, this one is not going to turn at all because it's already... Oh, no, they're programmed. They don't choose, so it turns towards the closest one. You, or... It's gotta be you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to that one. I think that's fair to say.
But thankfully, they turn in a set pattern.
Whee!
This one's now turning toward Sapper. This one's unleashing its blast. You're going to have disadvantage since you're very close to the edge there. Very precariously sitting. So give me a dex save. S0773. Mothership?
Dex save?
Yes, please. Success. You will take half damage, but that does... Oh, you do have disadvantage, sorry.
Oh, and I forgot to take off the damage you did last time.
Okay.
I forgot.
So re-roll that because you had disadvantage. That's your second success, so you'll take half of this,
Nice.
which is going to be 2. And previously it was 6 halved is 3, so that's 5 in total. 5 thunder damage. But you are knocked off the ledge. You go tumbling down with all
I'll take
the...
a little bit more.
with all the stuff you can grab onto, the column itself and stuff. Give me a dex save. Against the fall damage you're about to take.
Holy cow!
You manage to get your shadow mist to form around your hand, and you slap it down on the column, which is like got a shadow from itself, and manage to slow down your fall. So you're going to take half of this damage. 4 damage, but you do land all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
Safe.
All
They can't
right.
hit me down here.
CB002.
Well,
Things
think-
are going and they're happening and stuff.
Let's see.
Hoof it.
And can I leap over the beam?
It's a line of sight sort of thing. It's not like actually a beam.
Okay.
It's just meant to show you guys the players easier than having to try and decode the tokens.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I guess the technical answer is you can attempt to jump over their line of sight, sure.
Well. Then I will move over to the back of this thing and hop on it.
Okay.
And see where that takes me.
Gonna hop on the back of it and ride it for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that gets an immediate response out of this giant zombie guy, who's kind of like points at you.
Tell me something. Would you say that he is an unintelligent creature that's within 30 feet of me?
Yes, technically.
So what I'd like for him to do...
Well, maybe not that
Humans.
last part, but the rest is true.
Okay, so does he take up this square, or like... Because is he...
Yeah, he would. You're right. He's within 30
Okay.
feet of you. I don't know that this is going to go how you want, but that's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, wisdom save, DC is...
Not that.
13? No. So he is then frightened or angered to hostility. Your choice.
Well, now instead of just being like, hey, get off that, he's coming for you.
That's cool.
He's just like, "Brrr."
Oh, he
Oh.
moved.
And he's going to make a slam attack, just swing down at you. I think at 22 is a hit. 7 bludgeoning and 6 necrotic. And so...
So is that a reaction for him to do that, or?
Well, it was his turn.
Oh, I did not know that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
he was
only-
immediately after you.
Oh, so I actually didn't use my action or bonus action yet.
That is my mistake. So we will reverse. That's going to happen on his turn, but
Mhm.
it's just a matter of where you are.
Yeah, so I'm actually still going to be there.
Sure.
That's not going to change. But what I will be doing is I will use my Cursed Shroud as my bonus action,
Mhm.
which will make me resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And the first time a creature within 10 feet of me damages me with a melee attack, it has to make a con save or take necrotic damage. I don't suspect a zombie's going to care too much about that.
Mhm.
But as my action, I am going to use Manifest Cast Curse. So he has to make a Charisma saving throw.
Neato. Okay.
That is failure. Or take a penalty to attack rolls equal to the result of the vestige die that I spend to do it.
Roll it.
So he has a -3 to attack rolls.
Which is pretty good if you think about it.
Hmm. And that is for 1 minute, and he can attempt another save at the end of each of its turns.
Fantastic.
So that's what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
I think he'll still hit me because my
Yeah.
AC is only 15. So
He still charges forward. He has the -3 to hit. Still hits. The damage is where'd it go?
it was
7 bludgeoning, 6 necrotic. And then he has to
So-
make a save, right?
a charisma save. He can. He doesn't have to, but he can make a charisma save to shake that off.
Oh, I thought there was one for the shroud.
It doesn't say.
Oh, pop
But
that in there just to be sure. Just so
But
you
I
can-
have to make a concentration check to keep it up.
Yeah. Resistant to bludgeoning, so you can take half that. The strong creature with 10 feet makes a melee attack. This is what I was talking about. A constitution save, or take 1 vestige and necrotic damage. So yeah, he has to make that save.
Oh, okay,
The con save here.
gotcha.
He succeeded, so no biggie.
And then I'll make my concentration.
Which you're good
Nailed
at.
it.
But yeah, that was
So
pretty much it.
yeah,
You took half the bludgeoning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's 9 in total for you, and that's his turn. So he seems pissed. S077, you're down there. So one thing that you see as you're down there, that was a bit shadowed just by the way the lighting of the room is this whole wall right here to the south is just lined with a bunch of spikes, just sort of haphazardly placed, that are clearly intended to make it difficult to like climb up it. But it's totally up to you if you want to try anyways. It's very shadowed, and you're very good at climbing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
You want to try and climb the spike wall?
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to do this quickly? Are you going to do this slowly and methodically, carefully? How are you going to do it?
Oh, slowly, methodically, because, oh, I have one concern. This guy,
Mhm.
so do they, when they turn, are they going all the way, 360 turn, or are they going 180 and then going back the other way?
They seem to be when they turn, they're turning like 45 degrees every time.
Yeah, but all the way around. They don't stop after like 2 times and then go back the other way.
No, they can rotate all the way around.
So eventually, he would see me climbing the wall, I think.
Potentially.
Hmm.
It would be 25 feet to get to it. You could action to dash up the wall, and bonus action to dash up the wall. And the reason why I was asking if you're going to be cautious about it is because it's going to have certain other effects. So, is that something you want to do?
Yeah, you know what? I need to get up the wall as quickly as I can so that I can throw the lever.
Okay. As quickly as you can. All right. So it's going to be, let me do some math real quick. 90 feet minus the 25 feet. 65 feet. Yeah, you're going to need to give me 2 dexterity saves as you're climbing the wall. The spiked wall.
And a 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
Not good.
Success and fail. As you're climbing up the spiked wall, you get 65 feet up, which is the top. But you take, oh, that's not much, 2 piercing damage and are actively bleeding.
Okay.
So you will take another d4 damage at the start of your next turn. But you're here, but that was everything you got.
All right. So now I got to pant while they do their stuff.
You're like just profusely bleeding from the spikes.
Yep.
But you are 20 feet above the column now, so you don't have to, in theory, worry about this thing seeing you. As they...
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, now they rotate towards the other... I'm gonna try and look at Sapper now.
Oh, please, I'm shy. Don't look.
It doesn't do so very quickly. And if I hadn't said anything, you'd think it was still trying to look at S077 over there.
So I still do think they're trying to.
Pretty much.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh, too much. Sometimes these things are hard to maneuver. But...
Gotta pull out your protractor.
Oh, that's interesting. It's not trying to look at you, but you are the one it ends up looking at by accident. Just by nature of how they rotate. So now it's just looking right at CB002. So you're going to have to give me a dex save. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But one moment. I think I have a thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Is this a magic effect?
Yeah.
Then I have advantage on the save. Because I am a satyr.
Cool.
Oh, what now?
Hey, that's much better.
Success. You'll take half damage, but you are still knocked back 5 feet, so you will still fall off the platform. So you'll have to give me another dex save.
Oh, even a success knocks you back?
Yeah, 5 feet. It's a big old thunderous blast.
Ooh.
I don't think you have advantage on that because the fall is not magic.
Oh, okay.
It's a success, so you will take half damage, but I just thought I'd throw that out there.
And that's bludgeoning?
Yeah, that's 9 bludgeoning, which you are currently resistant to. So we know how our shadowy friend S077 slowed himself down. How do you slow yourself down as you're falling?
Oh, I'm just a good jumper. I've got long goat legs.
Yeah, you just
So I
land well
land on my hooves.
your
Yeah.
legs. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
So I succeeded and I'm resistant, so that'll be
Technically,
2
you just need to
damage.
get hit a 10. Yeah,
And
because you're saving against the thunder damage, which was 2. So
yeah.
yeah, you got it.
And I'm still concentrating, so that guy's still mad at me.
Yeah. All right, that's them. It's U019's turn. Your shadow friend is over there.
They really are. My other friend just disappeared off the platform.
Yeah, there's something familiar about this giant zombie guy.
Hold on.
Like a kindred spirit, if you will.
That's my dad.
Who knows?
Does
Your dad's throwing a tantrum because you brought your friends over.
sorry, Dad. What is it? Undying affinity? Making checks to identify an undead. Hold on, let me just. I can't read. Reading is just not happening for me anymore. That one, the second part.
W provision checks. You want to try and identify him? I mean, not
Yeah.
actively, more passively, or
It just said proficient in and double your proficiency bonus to any checks made
roll it.
to identify an undead.
Well, you're
Wow.
looking at him. You're trying to figure out what the heck that is. That sounds like
Who
making a check.
are you? Okay, double my proficiency bonus, so an extra 2. 12.
Yeah. I think you don't really know the specifics or the details. Like, was he always this big? You don't know the specifics or the details, but you're fairly certain that this individual, for lack of a better way to phrase it, was a prior experiment. To put it simply, you are U019. Yeah, he's like, U007 or something,
So
But
an
the
older
experiments got a
Below
little out of
7.
hand, kind of
Yeah,
thing. And now he's, well, not okay.
yeah. I really don't want to be at the edge of a platform after watching everyone else get literally thrown off of it. So I'm going to assume go away measurement. It's 5 here, another 5 here, so 15 to get over here. Just have to sneak around. Hey, champ. 15 to get here. Would that have been an action, what I just did? The whole perception?
No, not in this case.
Okay.
Because, like, you see a ghost, you roll, is it a ghost? Like, you're just passive
Yeah.
identification, I guess.
Gotcha.
But rolling is more fun.
Rolling is more fun.
It would have technically been a religion check, but that's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, religion's like knowledge about undead, but it's no big deal.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. Do I want to spank it? I think I'm going to try to get out of view first. So I'm going to dash to just try to get up here, and hopefully that gets me out of line of sight. If not, well, I'll be tickled just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to try to go here. That's it. That's all she wrote.
C103.
Don't get tickled.
Alrighty. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Said 25. There we go. I'm going to cast my light cantrip again on the zombie's face this time.
Okay. Need to be glowing.
And that will end up being my turn. Hopefully
Fantastic.
it'll help somebody out. Someone with goat legs who appears to be in a tough spot.
Well, who is technically like down here, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, they did just get yeeted off the cliff.
So sort of
The drop.
Still rotate toward the nearest one who's out of sight because you're below the sight line. You sort of rotate towards the nearest one.
Hello.
Yay, the goblin will be able to get it now.
Help us. They're making an axe.
It's going to stay there. There you go. All right, CB002. You're down. You succeed on the save, so you're not prone. You landed on your hooves. A bit jarring, but you're okay. What you doing?
Well, I am going to move over this way.
Okay.
I guess to the ladder. Or hold on. So just to clarify, this darker portion is 20 feet up from this portion?
Sorry, no. The 20 feet up is referring to the ladder.
Oh, okay.
This is 10 feet down to the darker portion.
Okay.
And then the column is 30 feet up from the lowest portion.
So that's my movement. And I will dash. And try to leap up to the top of the wall.
What's your total leap going to be at that point?
Let's see. I'm just bringing up the jump calculator. Strength is 16.
I think it might be
So with a running start, my high jump is 6 feet off the ground, and I will add 1d8 feet to that because
there's no chance you'd make that. That's why I was saying I think there's a
only-
misunderstanding.
Oh, I thought it was only 10 feet up off.
It was 10 feet up from over here for this part. This part is 20 feet up from the column, which is 20 feet up from this. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So this part is, 50 feet up from you? 60, 50?
Oh, well, no, I can't do that. That's for sure.
No, fair. That's why I was trying to clarify. But, being over here instead of over there could be beneficial. Who knows?
In that case, maybe what I'll do then is I'll go to here and then get a running jump up onto here, because this is 20 feet up, and I might be able to make that if I roll really well.
Sure. Plus, unlike the other spot, if you fail, you're not going to hit spikes.
Nice. So I can clear up to 12 feet, but I can reach up and grab something 20.8 feet. So I can actually grab onto the bottom of it, or like onto the rim, if it's 20 feet.
Absolutely, you can make that. I will say
And
part of the
then,
reason why you're making it is like if you're jumping from the high point to the
yeah.
towards the column, you've got a higher chance of making it. Yeah,
Um,
definitely. And then you pull yourself up. Yeah.
yep.
So now
And
you're up there.
then now I'm up here, and I will just move the remaining 2 spots like that. And that'll
Cool.
be my turn.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, he's looking around for you. He spots you, jump up. He's gonna come straight for you. Ugh. He shows the -3. Yeah.
Yep. Until I fail a concentration. So
14.
that is a miss.
Unfortunate. All right. That was his turn. S077. It's your turn.
So I'm over the spikes and also I can just go to the lever.
Yep.
I yank the lever.
Yeah. With a and a thud, each of the statues stops in their place. They just stop rotating. Yeah. So the statue threat is definitely eliminated.
How's Big Boy doing?
Missing me.
Aw, who wouldn't?
Seems a bit upset,
We all.
but he does not seem to power down in any manner.
Interesting. It's almost like he's not a construct.
Almost,
Weird.
yeah.
So that was your action, but do you just want to sit and chill there?
Oh yeah. I need to rest.
Fair enough.
Next.
Sort of
No,
sit there,
no,
take a
wait,
rest.
wait. No, I'm gonna cheer him on. Come on, guys, you can do it.
Let's get over here. It's fine.
You can come get some juice. Not that I see any, but I'm not gonna tell him that.
U019, what you doing?
I'm brave. I'm strong. I'm beautiful. I'm gonna hit it.
You gonna hit the big old guy?
I'm gonna hit like a patriot. Sorry, pal. It's for the best.
Yeah, that's a hit.
6 necrotic and piercing. That's max, man.
Not too bad. C103, you're next, and then CB002. I gotta hop up for a second.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. 5, 15, 15, 20. Run up on him and. Oh, let's see.
Alrighty, what you doing, C103?
So I'm going to use my Manifest Lineage as a bonus action to expend a vestige die, infusing my next attack with with a radiant damage and adding my con modifier to it to the damage dealt. So that'll take one vestige die, and I will use my another vestige die for that radiant touch, which is my action. Or does that user vestige die? It doesn't. I don't. It doesn't necessarily say it expends one, but I'm assuming it does.
Which one?
Radiant touch.
It does not.
This one.
It has its own pool, remember?
Yep. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I'll use my radiant touch there for that one, and 5, 10, 15, 20. Walk up to this guy and give him a radiant touch. So it'll be that for the touch,
That'll hit.
and
Sort
so
of
it'll do
blasting
damage,
with the light.
and it'll add con modifier to it and heal me for half of it. So it'll be whatever this is plus 5. So 14. And I heal for 7.
Pretty good.
Nope, not. There we go. Alrighty, that is my turn.
It's pretty dang good. All right, CB002.
Well, since this guy is mad at me, I'm going to shuffle around and cut him open with my sword. Does a 23 hit
That'll hit.
for 15 slashing?
That's maximum damage.
Oh, it is too.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Dang.
And that'll be my turn.
Heck yeah. No, I think he's just gonna backhand you. I don't think your -3 is gonna solve that.
Nope.
Quick question. Is this guy undead in any way, shape, or form? Have we confirmed that?
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh, you're
confirmed.
super dead.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. You do extra damage with Radiant Touch.
Yeah, double.
And
So,
he can make a con save or take a d8 necrotic, which again probably won't do much to an undead guy. I'm not really concerned about that, but I just like to know that I'm making him try.
Hey, Phil.
All right, that is 5 necrotic, and I still have my thing up.
And with his with his batter ability, he's going to use his bonus action to to shove the creature he just hit 5 feet backward. And yeah, that's you. And you have to make a I was about to say con save. Sorry, you have to make a strength save or be shoved back an extra 5 feet. 19. So you are only shoved back 5 feet, which puts you on the edge of the column.
Okay.
All right, S077. They're kicking this thing's butt. You want to help? I will remind you, you do have your crossbow.
I do. You know, I just noticed the sores upon his head. Did we do that? Okay. Yes, I think I will. I haven't used it today. I think I will. No, I won't.
Is unfortunately a miss. U019.
Well, I suppose I'll hit it again, won't I?
Probably. Make up for my miss.
I'll do my best. 23.
That's a hit.
6 necrotic and 3 piercing.
You do be taking damage.
I think that's it.
Looks like it.
Yeah, this is.
C103. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm going to. I think I'm going to try to double up on that again and see if I can get it to die. 1 radiant touch, 1 vestige die, and I'm almost out of resources.
And a dream.
Yeah. Woo.
That's a hit.
So 8 plus 5.
It's
And
8
then
times 2
doubled.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no, you're right. It
wouldn't it-
adds that extra damage to the attack, so it would double after, not before. You are right. You are right. So, plus what?
Not very often.
Is it 5?
Yeah, my 5 bonus is 5.
You drop him. And that's radiant damage, so no undead fortitude.
Nice.
And
So I think
how
you
much was the
reach
total again?
26, so 13. You get back 13. So
I'm
you,
full health again.
you touch this massive undead and just flood it with this radiant divine light, dissolving it away entirely.
I feel good about myself this trial. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm feeling quite comfortable right now.
The yeah, you guys just stand there. Stand there. Or do you head up?
I'd like to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take about 10 seconds to bask in the glory of my radiant energy before I move on.
There's no juice up here. Are you guys upset?
Yeah,
I was upset when we went through a portal and there was no juice.
there's no juice bomb.
It's like, floor 2, I thought this was going to the next event. We're not supposed to have a stage 2.
Yeah, really?
Well,
There's no table here to put our stuff.
as the second test reaches its close, the warden's voice booms through the room again, commanding you to place your weapons on the ground and step through the door. I forgot to put on the map. Let's pretend it's there. Oh, it's over there. It's over there. It's to the left. You step through the door into the hallway beyond.
I'll do it.
As you guys step into the hall, you see a wall a few feet away, lined with more archways and halls beyond them. The door closes shut behind you, and in pairs, guards grab each of you and guide you down separate halls. S077, you find yourself violently dragged into a room by a seemingly impatient pair of guards. They strap you down into a chair, each of your arms extended outward on either side of you, held in place by clamps. The guards from before step away into separate dark corners of the room, returning a moment later, each wearing a pair of thick gloves and holding a vial filled with viscous green liquid. Well, one of them at least, the other a brightly glowing orange. They stand on either side of you, looking into the corner in front of you. A figure steps forward wearing an apron, holding a board, parchment, and a quill. They nod to the guard on the left, remarking, "Only half." The guard then pours half the green vial onto your arm. You wince in pain and struggle against your restraints as acid burns your flesh, but your body reacts, twisting and contorting into something that can endure the acid as it had never before. Jotting down the reaction onto their parchment, the figure nods to the other guard. Your body tenses as they uncork the vial in their hand. The figure repeats again, half, pouring the contents onto your other arm. Searing hot magma drips from the enchanted vial, burning down into your bones for the first few drops, only for your body to once again shift into something that can endure it. You are left writhing for nearly a minute as the magma remains pooled on your arm, somehow not able to burn through, but still agonizing. After another scribbled note, the figure speaks. "Clean the areas." The inexplicably irritated guards comply as they're using their gloves to wipe the dangerous liquids onto a grate below you that you'd hardly had the time to notice before. The figure steps forward and places a hand on your chest. Dark tendrils of energy erupt forth, snaking down your arms and knitting the wounds back together. It stings, but you're certain the wounds are mended. The figure steps back, noting something down as they speak again. "All right now, simultaneously. Empty the vials." From either side of you, the guards pour these dangerous liquids onto your arms in unerring synchronicity. The acid falls onto your arms, sending the same burning feeling through your body again before it protects itself as before, reinforcing your skin, preventing the acid from doing more than minimal harm. But the magma is thick, clinging to the vial for a moment before tumbling onto your arm. Your body instinctively reacts, adapting to the magma, only for the acid to seep through your skin, causing it to switch back and forth in what feels like a torturous eternity. But eventually, your body gives out and the two liquids sear through your limbs altogether. All resistance you had quite literally burnt out. Your consciousness begins to fade in and out. You hear the thud of your own arm striking the grate. See the figure jot down another note, then feel something moving your side, moving your body side to side. Looking to each arm, you find the guards placing your burned away limbs back into place as dark tendrils sew them back onto your body. Finally, you black out again, waking up sometime later in your cell, sore but intact. In the weeks past, the once mostly benign and entirely tedious individual tests have grown to torturous hours, feeling like an eternity. Well, on to C-103.
Hello.
You are escorted down familiar halls to a door from which You remember the muffled screams of U019 echoing from in prior tests. From within, you hear the sounds of someone strong struggling against their restraints. A guard to one side of you pushes open the heavy door, causing the bright light of the surgical room to erupt into the dimly lit hallway. At its center, you see a humanoid, their flesh marred with numerous wounds, wild and wild and bubbling, tearing out from their center mass in fleshy tendrils. Let's back up on that. Sorry. A guard to one side of you pushes open the heavy door, causing the bright light of the surgical room to erupt into the dimly lit hallway. At its center, you see a humanoid, their flesh marred with numerous wounds, wild and bubbling, tearing out from their center mass in fleshy tendrils and cutting into the stonework. On their forehead sit 4 jagged wounds, seemingly eye sockets, though their inhabitants appear to have been roughly hewn, meaning grievous injury. A surgeon behind the struggling figure turns, speaking. Ah, C-103. Good, perhaps your capabilities can mend CS-004. Guards, if you could quiet this unruly thing. From behind you, the 2 guards step forward, raising their rods and activating them in unison. CS-004 screeches, forcing their tendrils to erupt from the guards, piercing into each of them. But, true to their nature, they stand unmoving, activating their rods again, zapping the flesh-hewn soul into unconsciousness. The surgeon speaks again. C-103, heal its wounds. The surgeon motions to the unconscious mass as its flesh tendrils retreat into its form. You step forward, pressing the palms of your hands into its bare chest, conjuring the same radiance you've used to heal so many times before. But despite your best efforts, its wounds barely begin to mend. You pause and take a break, forcing every ounce of healing light you possess to pour from your hands. The wounds across its form begin to knit together, your light forced into them, accelerating, or perhaps restoring its own natural regeneration. You stagger, collapsing forward as the last of your energy drains from you. The shifting flesh, the tendrils of CS-004 violently dart forward, wrapping around you, pulling you in. It speaks shakily as your eyes meet its, and its 4 still empty sockets. We do not belong to them. The hand of the surgeon surges forward, grasping the back of CS-004's head. With a faint flash of purplish light, CS-004 looses a silent scream and falls limp, its tendrils retreating into it. You fall to one side as the surgeon growls at CS-004. I did not permit you to speak. He then looks to you, C-103, speaking. Partial success means partial punishment. With that word, the guards jab their rods into your sides, shocking you into paralysis. Return it to its cell. Perhaps when it is stronger, it can restore CS-004's eyes. U019. While the others are dragged or escorted down the halls, presumably to their tests, you are instead brought back to your cell. Confused, but unfussed, you step inside the door as it slams behind you. At first, you get the strange feeling that you are not alone. But after failing to find the source, it fades after a few minutes. For some time, you find yourself sitting alone, as you usually do. The hum of a song unknown to you echoes in your mind. You play along, fingers gliding across an invisible piano, as your fingers flit through the pages of an unseen book. As the phantom tune reaches its crescendo, a flicker of gold appears floating near the ceiling in a distant corner of your cell. It slowly drifts towards you as you gently sway to the tune, bobbing your head. As the strange fleck of gold reaches the center of the cell, it grows as if an unfurling flower, revealing itself to be a massive eye. Its petals instead pitch dark tentacles, writhing and slithering. Its chitters a strange sound that echoes through the room, interrupting the melody as it was coming to a close. You stop as abruptly as the tune, focusing your sight onto the eye. You squint momentarily at your guest, an odd visitor glowing gold in the darkness. You consider for a moment before fully facing this obsidian tentacled eye. Leaning forward slightly, you reach forward tentatively. After all, this stranger is far from the most horrifying thing in this world. Whispering, "Who are you? Can you hear it too?" Its chittering echo cascading across the walls, it extends an inky black tentacle, grasping it around your hand. The ache of familiarity washes over you for a moment. Its eye, it is yours, or so it was. Its chittering rises to a screeching cacophony as the tentacles turn blood red, tightening, pulling you forward. The eye splits down its center, revealing a gaping maw. This thing wishes to consume you. You try and pull away, but it's strong, drawing you closer as you resist. More of its tentacles wrap around you, tearing into your flesh as you pull against them, but you can't escape. As you're pulled into its gaping maw, it bites down onto your shoulder with dozens upon dozens of jagged fangs. But instead of tearing a chunk of your body away, you fear it melding into you. It isn't consuming you in the sense of food. It is attempting to merge itself with you. The panic, unleashing a blood-curdling scream like you never have before. The fear of losing you somehow terrifies you more than death itself. Something from within you, a heritage beyond the vestige you typically manifest, surges outward. Glowing skeletal wings erupt from your back, splitting your wounds open further and burning the darkness away. You find yourself empowered with new strength, your undead vestige and divine blood working in tandem. You form a bolt of necrotic energy laced with specks of divine light and launch it deep into the eye thing's gullet. Its chittering cry shifts to a harsh screech, and you take the opportunity to shove yourself away from it and dash toward the door. By the time you reach it, a pair of guards are already swinging it open, likely to check on you after all the noise. Startled, the pair press their rods on you, press their rods, causing electricity to erupt from your collar and course through you. You manage to take a few more steps, the shock still hurting, slowing you, but not like it did before. The second guard presses theirs as well, the additional jolt finally locking you in place, your wings fading as the guards pull you into the corridor and leave you stunned. They step into your cell, and you hear the arch of lightning bolts erupting from their rods. The creature screams again and again until finally you hear a thump, then two pairs of footsteps heading deeper into your cell. You can barely move your fingers. You want to keep running, but you can't. The footsteps stop, and you hear a zap from one of the rods on the wall to your side. You see the shadow of a guard prodding at a heap on the ground, only for it to twitch and then surge upward, scooping up the guard. You hear a strange crunch, as if an entire body was snapped in half. Another thud, and then the eye thing comes into view, scorched and beaten. It peers at you for a moment, and then flies up to the corner of your cell, vanishing into the darkness. Finally, as you feel mobility coming back to your arms, one of the guards steps out of your cell, activates the rod again, locking your body in place once more. The guard turns and closes your cell, locking it. The guard turns to you and grabs your shoulder. It drags you down the hall with inhuman strength. You wind a corner, then another, until you're hurled into a new cell, just as you regain control of your body. The guard steps out of sight. You are left alone, injured and bleeding, but alive, and still very much you, whatever that means. CB002. You find yourself guided down a hall that grows more akin to a cavern with each step, until eventually you see an archway dotted with arcane runes. As you approach, one of the guards flanking you waves their hand, causing the runes to flare up, filling the archway with a glittering blue mass of energy. The other guard places a hand upon your back and pushes you toward the mass. With little reservation, you step through. As you find yourself on the other side, tumbling down end over end into a large open cavern, you think, how uncouth of these mortals to place the portal in the air. But the thought doesn't last long as you come slamming down hard onto its floor. You rise shakily to your hooved feet and look around, seeing two large reptilian creatures with clubbed tails resting towards its center. They hardly acknowledge your presence, raising their half-asleep heads and gazing at you, an opening some distance behind them. But in an instant, your form instills them with rage, as it has so many fools before. They rise and charge you deftly. You deftly evade the first, scoffing at their arrogance. But the second slams its tail into your chest, battering you against the wall behind you. You rise, stomping your hoof against the stone floor of the cavern, projecting your voice as far as it will carry. Begone, lest you be torn asunder by my wrath. As your voice reverberates through the cavern, the reptiles charge forward, Failing to heed or understand your warning, you drop low, digging your hooves into the cavern floor, dashing to the left as their clubbed tails smash into the stone where you had just been standing. You run toward the opening, off from the leftmost wall as you come to it, sending yourself flying through the air. But as you peer over your shoulder, the lizard things are right behind you. Scoffing, you whirl around, thrusting a hand wreathed in dark purple energy toward them, causing that energy to erupt outward, wreathing them in black purple wisps, hampering their attacks as they swing their club tails again. But the wisps push them off kilter, causing each clubbed tail to miss again, slamming into the cavern floor. You whirl around, leaping the final stretch towards the opening as their clubs batter down again, thinking, stifled again. You'd intended to tear them asunder, but your power, diluted as it is by this place, these people, all it did was hamper their movements. How dare they diminish a god such as yourself? You tear through the opening, running as fast as you can, but only manage to take a few steps before a guard steps out, slamming their rod into the side of your head. Your momentum carries you, slamming your body into the cavern wall and slumping you down onto the ground. A pair of guards step forward, aiming their rods at the still charging reptiles and activating them. The lizard things that gave you so much trouble violently convulse and come to a thudding halt. Your wrath boiling to the surface, you rise, slamming your now bloodied horns into the nearest guard, catching it off guard. The other quickly turns to you, pressing the rod again, causing your collar to surge. But it doesn't stop you immediately, as it has before. Perhaps a glimpse of your true power. You slam your horns into this guard as well, forcing it against the wall and snatching up its rod. But before you can strike, the first guard thrusts the rod up into your ribs, causing you to double over, contorting in agony before a final blow to your head robs you of consciousness. When you finally come to, you find yourself being dragged down a hall, smelling of blood. Along the backmost wall sits an obsidian black casket, swung open. The ground around it corroded away. A voice speaks from somewhere in the dark of the hall. Punishment again? You really are troublesome. As you're shoved into the casket, you eye the small holes lining its top, and it is slammed shut. Behind you, you take a breath. You know what's coming. A gurgle echoes through the casket as the first drop of acid falls from above, searing into your skin, then another and another, melting away the flesh across your forehead, shoulders, and upper arms. You smother the scream. You're a god and you won't give them the satisfaction. The casket slowly fills to your ankles, burning away the flesh and fur just above your hooves. Long, agonizing minutes later, the gurgling stops. With a thump, the acid pooled at the casket's base is drained away. Minutes of standing, your flesh rended from bone, barely conscious. A strange chill builds in the casket as blackened Tendrils erupt from its walls, violently jarring you, weaving into your flesh and stitching your wounds. Then, with little time to appreciate it, the gurgling comes again, pouring the acid onto you once more. For hours that seem more like days, you find yourself melted away and stitched back together. Finally, they drag your exhausted form back to your cell, hurling you inside. You stand at its center in defiance, glaring at the red skin-clad guards, muttering to yourself, "Just you wait. My wrath will come, and it will be exquisite." Now the part I accidentally started reading earlier. In the weeks past, the once mostly benign and entirely tedious individual tests have grown to torturous hours, feeling like an eternity. At least for most of you. As you sit in your cells staring at stone walls, your frustration builds. You've grown weary of all this. You're certain there has to be something better out there, if only you could find a way to get there. And that is where we end tonight.
Woo! I could
Revenge
clap
will be
and
sweet.
push it.
So that's all for today's broadcast of C103. We'll be back at you next week, live and ready to rumble.
And building towards something, that's for sure. Yeah, that was fun. Let's see.
And you know, we all lived. Good for us.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Despite a flub or two.
I mean, I had a couple of whiffs, but then at the end, it was just, I went from like, man, I'm hurting. I've been hurting since the first fight to, I'm fit as a fiddle, let's go!
And then you proceeded to nuke everything. All right. Anyway, that's it for us, guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic evening. Hopefully D&D tomorrow, but if not, hopefully Sunday for Chasing Embers. We will, other than that, we will catch you guys. Ooh, before I forget again, I do have in the panels below, I published on DM's Guild a supplement for 5th edition. It's got a little homebrew setting with a bunch of class options and stuff. Yeah, it'd be cool if you guys check that out. Either way, I hope you'll have a fantastic evening. We will catch you guys next time. Yeah, and as always, great gaming.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.